Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Rapid City, South Dakota. Bikes on the racetrack. It's the 82nd annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally and Races. And speaking of races, it is tonight the Progressive Rapid City Half Mile, sponsored by Saddlemen. Here at this beautiful Rapid City Half Mile, bikes are on the racetrack at the moment. This is our first round of practice. It is your Mission Super Twins, and they're out there. There are 12 riders, and they've already hit the racetrack. The 1 is Jared Meese, the 3 is Briar Bauman, 32 Dallas Daniels, 95 is JD Beach, the 44 is Brandon Robinson, 25 Jared Vanderkoy, 37 is Bronson Bauman, 67 Davis Fisher, 27 is Bugs Pearson, 52 Shayna Texter Bauman, 25 Ben Lau, and the 23 the Wizard Jeffrey Carver Jr. back at the track. Bikes are out there. JD Beach, quickest lap so far. Actually, that is from not here. That's actually from Peoria, so the timing scoring is not caught up. What's up? Ralph Shaheen stopping by to check it out from up top. Bikes are on the racetrack. First round of practice. It is your Mission Super Twins. Laying the rubber down right now. Looks like Briar Bauman gets out of harm's way. There goes Shayna Texter Bauman, the 52, going by her husband as they make their way onto the front straightaway. A fast half mile out here. It is definitely a race car track, and it always gets a blue groove quick, fast, and in a hurry. We're keeping our eyes on the 52 of Shayna Texter Bauman. She's on the factory Indian motorcycle. Right in front of her is the 37 of Bronson Bauman. Following the ponytail. First round of practice is out there. It is your Mission Super Twins. 12 entries here today. Get it all dialed in. Jared Meese to the top spot, 2:3.647. The times have been updated if you're watching on the app or on the computer at home. Dallas Daniels goes to the top spot, 2:3.642 here on this fast half mile. Ricky Rackman's out here on part of Ricky's ride. Stopped by, made it to Sturgis last night for the big concert. We'll talk to Ricky a little while later. First round of practice coming to a close. Checkered flag is out for the 32 Dallas Daniels from Mattoon, Illinois. Here comes the number 1, the jammer Jared Meese. Behind him is 95 JD Beach, and the other riders catching up quick, fast, in a hurry. 2:3.583. Bikes are out there right now. That's Jared Meese. They're stopping, doing a little practice start on the back straightaway. So Jared Meese quickest in this first round of practice with a 2:3.583. Again, welcome everyone to Rapid City, South Dakota during the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally and Races. Times were just updated right in front of us. Jared Meese, 2:3.583, quickest out there in that first round of practice for your Super Twins. Up next is your Mission Production Twins. They'll come out according to their point standings like they always do. Jesse Janish will lead the pack out on the number 33 Vance and Hines Harley-Davidson. Behind him, the 1 of Corey Texter, the 60 Nick Armstrong, the 109 Billy Ross, the 10 Johnny Lewis on the Royal Enfield, and the 96 of Cody Johncox all the way from Attica, New York. This is the first leg of the West Coast Swing. It is the second leg of the Progressive Triple Crown. Janish and Texter down the back straightaway. The Vance and Hines Harley and the G&G Yamaha, the 33 and the 1, coming off of turn number 4 right now on the front side. First round of practice for your Production Twins. Gates just open for the spectators that are here with us in person. And folks tuning in on fanschoice.tv or on Facebook. Janish on the 33. He's our current points leader. He has the quickest lap so far, 4.164. Texter right there in second, 2:4.394. Cody Johncox, the Yamaha, up to third with a 2:4.534. Billy Ross, Nick Armstrong, Johnny Lewis, the bikes on the racetrack. Two groups of production twins, 12 total riders, made their trip out here to the Black Hills. Janish goes a little bit quicker last time by at 2:3.992. 2:3.992 for Janish on the 33. Behind him is the one of Corey Texter, 2.394. Big PR flagman will pull the white flag out next time by. One more lap to go in this practice session. There's your white flag for 33, Jesse Janish. One of Corey Texter. Like the speedy cam right here on that front straightaway. Janish already at the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Takes a look over his shoulder. Riders today will get 1 round of practice for the production twins riders and 2 rounds of qualifying as the checkered flag comes out. Janish still at the top spot, the 33 XG 750 of the 2:3.992. 2:3.992 for Janish. Billy Ross second, Cody Johncox is third. Corey Texter, the 2-time champ, back there in 4th in his final season. Nick Armstrong on the 60 is 5th, and Johnny Lewis, the top 6 bikes have been out there so far. 6 more bikes will come out next here in Production Twins. First round of qualifying. Again, they only get 1 round of qualifying today for the Production Twins. 1 round of qualifying for the singles, but there will be 2 rounds of practice for the Mission Super Twins. So first round of Production Twins pulling into the pit area. Group number 2 will be up next. And they roll onto the racetrack. Here they come. 34, Cameron Smith. 61, Casey Sisko. 15 is Mikey Rush. 94, Ryan Wells. And the 47, Michael Hill. And the 30, Brock Schwarzenbacher. Fast half mile. Clay, obviously. The rubber goes down really quick. Cam Smith right there, the 34. Backfire when he let off the throttle going into turn number 1 on the 34 bike. I'm high on top of the grandstands, actually on the roof of the grandstands out here at the Black Hills Speedway. Smith on the 34 from Coatesville, Pennsylvania. He's up to 6th right now at the 2:4.376. They just get up to speed. Mikey Rush jumps up to 7th, and Ryan Wells, the 94 McGrain Racing Kawasaki, moves up to 3rd on the 94 bike. Wells is making his way towards the front. The McGrain Racing Kawasaki, number 94, quickest bike on the racetrack. 2 Harley-Davidsons, 1st and 2nd. Janish, Billy Ross. Smith on the screen right here jumps up to 4th place. Cameron Smith up to 4th on his Yamaha 24.237. Our first round of practice. Only round of practice for Production Twins. He goes up the racetrack just a little bit down there at the far side. Now he drops to the dotted white line on the inside, marking the inside of the racetrack. Here comes the 94 of Wells, trying to keep up with the 15 right there of Mikey Rush. Michael Hill, the missile, moves up to 6th on the 47 bike. Cameron Smith picks up the white flag. 1 more lap to go. 1 lap for the 34. Here comes a battle behind him. The 15 and the 94, Rush. On the 15, Ryan Wells from Albion, New York, goes up the inside. Nice move, went in high, squared out the corner, comes up the inside. Wells with a nice pass down there, turns 1 and 2. Mikey Rush trying to repay the favor down here in 3 and 4. Not able to do it. Checkered flag will be out for the 34, Cameron Smith. And the rest of the riders, so Janish, his time will hold up from that first group, but Ryan Wells moved into 2nd with a 2:4.118. Wells moves up to 2nd, which will slide Billy Ross down to 3rd. Cameron Smith will be 4th on the 34 Yamaha. Cody Johncox is 5th, Michael Hill 6th, Corey Texter way back in 7th. Nick Armstrong is 8th, Mikey Rush, Casey Sisko, Brock Schwarzenbacher, and Johnny Lewis. That is how they stack up after our first round of practice. That was your Production Twins, sponsored by Vance and Hines. Up next, we'll move to the biggest class of the afternoon. That is your Parts Unlimited AFT Singles, sponsored by Kicker. Kicker Performance Audio. Make some awesome speakers for your car, your house, portable use, whatever you need. Kicker Performance Audio, located in Stillwater, Oklahoma. There's a look at the grandstands right here. Black Hills Motor Speedway. As the bikes roll onto the racetrack right now, here comes the singles. Number 12, Cody Kopp. 13, Morgan Mishler. 79, Dalton Gauthier. 18, Maxwell. 21, Trevor Bruner. 48, Trent Lowe. 106, Chase Sadoff. In the 19, James Ott from Simi Valley, California. Cop your points, then we'll take them down the back straightaway. First group, AFT Singles on the racetrack. Takes about a lap to get the full speed. Here they come. Red Bull KTM down the back straightaway. The Big 12, Cody Kopp. Actually, yeah, that's the back straightaway into turn number 3, going up the racetrack just a little bit, trying the high line out down at the far end. Now onto the front straightaway. Hot rod, Cody Kopp. Here comes Morgan Mishler looking at the low line, number 13. Trying to close up onto the leader. Mishler with the fastest lap, 2:3.850. 2:3.85 up to the new spot. 13, Morgan Mishler. He's catching Cody Kopp. Kopp in the lead on the racetrack, but on the clock, it's the 13 of Mishler. That's the Progressive Insurance American Honda bike, Turner Racing Honda. Mishler, Sadoff now. Morgan Mishler's teammate moves into second. Mishler, Sadoff, Bruner. Now Cody Kopp moves into third as he goes up the racetrack. That's going to open up the door. Here comes Mishler trying to make the pass. Not able to do it. They'll go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Mishler drops to the bottom of the racetrack. The low line, it's working for him. Goes by Kopp on the 12. Here they come off of 4 onto the front straightaway. White flag is out. Mishler at the top of the speed charts and the top spot on the racetrack, the 13 bike. Bruner moves into second on that lap. The 21, 2:3.886. Last lap, last corner, first round of practice for group number 1. Checkered flag is out. Bruner up to second. Not quite fast as Morgan Mishler, but it's pretty close. 2:3.850 for the 13 bike, Morgan Mishler. They will stop on the back straightaway, do a little practice start. They're told to do that in that first round of practice and also in the first round of qualifying. That way they practice on the back straightaway, don't wear out the front straightaway for their starts. Mishler at the top spot, 2:3.850. Trevor Bruner second, 2:3.886. Third is James Ott from California, 2:3.907. Dalton Gautier's fourth. Chase Sadoff was up there for a little while in second. Now he's back in 5th. Maxwell, Cody Kopp, 6th and 7th. Trent Lowe is in 8th. That was group number 1 of your AFT Singles. The Parts Limited AFT Singles class is sponsored by Kicker. Up next will be group number 2. 26, Aiden Rusevens should lead him out. The 24, Hunter Bauer. The 113, Gage Smith. 80's Brandon Kitchen. The 82 is Travis Petton, the 4th. The 377, Ferran Cardus. The 63, Jared Lowe. The 55, Tyler Raggio. Those are the riders in group number 2 of your Parts Limited AFT Singles class. Our first round of practice for you folks just joining us. Welcome out here to Black Hills Speedway. Three groups of singles riders this weekend. 24 total entries, only 16 will make the main event. Hunter Bauer doing it for the NKR Canada team. The only team with American Flat Track that's got a female team owner. Here they come off before the 24 Hunter Bauer. Right behind him is the Mobile V Rookie of the Year leader, 113 Gage Smith to the top spot going into turn number 2. Bauer on the 24 NKR Canada team, nicknamed Showtime. 24 up to 11th. Gage Smith up to 10th on the 113 Honda. Fastest bike on the racetrack, 377, the Spanish flat track champion. That's Ferran Carduz, the fastest bike on the track. On the screen, we have the 113 of Gage Smith from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right behind him is the 24 Hunter Bauer. Hunter grew up racing the short track in Welland, Ontario, Canada. There's a look at the 377, Ferran Carduz. He's on the Vanilla Cycles. Bullet Strong Racing number 377. Kevin Anderson helping out on that team as well, former national number 25, nearby Minnesota. Ron goes up the racetrack just a little bit. So our first round of practice, group number 2 comes to a close. Ferran Carduz all the way up to the 5th place. Ferran Carduz to the to the 5th position. Chase Sadoff drops down 1 spot. Gage Smith, who is on the racetrack, goes up to 10th. Hunter Bauer is 11th. Jared Lowe 12th. Travis Pettin 13th. Again, doing a little practice start on the back straightaway. Everybody get me dialed in. Ralph Shaheen brought a chair up here for my daughter. Appreciate it, Ralph. He'll be on in just a second, but you know, got to take care of the kids these days. Bringing him in. Up next, group number 3. Ralph, welcome to the booth, and welcome to Sturgis.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, I got to catch my breath. All those trips up and down the stairs.
I was trying to wait a second, but you hopped on quickly, so I figured you had something to say. But hey,
no,
thanks for bringing Haley a chair.
Oh, it's awesome. We love having our families with us.
Well, she surprised me Thursday night because we had a birthday party.
Old guy birthday.
Shh. We had
Big old guy.
A surprise birthday yesterday.
You want me to say it?
No.
Okay.
Group number 3 is on the racetrack. See how quickly I'll divert that attention. 94, Ryan Wells. 49, Chad Coast. 91, Justin Jones. 119, Logan McGrain. 175, Terrence Santero. 132 is Pierce. 121, Jacob Cassio. And the 176, Jacob Walter. Those are the bikes on the racetrack. This is our first round of practice. Biggest race group of the day is the AFT singles class. 24 total entries. Ryan Wells doing some double duty today, racing production twins. Look really racy, so he's already been on the racetrack, so he should be up to speed quickly on this 94. Everybody else, this is their first lap.
Just remember, every time I pick on you about your birthday,
yours is coming.
Mine's older than yours.
I was going to say, you have a few more numbers on at the end of yours.
Bigger number.
Bigger, yeah, a few more bigger numbers after your first number. We're not that far off,
Same
right?
first number.
Okay.
Don't go there yet.
All right.
Not yet.
Birthday weekend coming up in Sacramento, your hometown.
Ew, can't wait.
Well, where you're from. Your hometown now, I would say, is
Charlotte,
North
Mooresville.
Carolina area, but
where I grew up.
Yeah, where you grew up. 94 right there on the screen, up to the 10th spot. Flying Ryan Wells. He's kind of found his own not too long ago. Looked really good the last couple of rounds. He's getting back into race trim, it seems like, and feeling more comfortable on these motorcycles. Wells is actually doing double duty, riding production twins and the singles class today.
You got to race your way into that, don't you?
Into this one for sure, absolutely. So he's going to have his hands full, and he got to ride with McGrain Racing to ride the twin, and he's riding the singles. So.
Well, what I mean by that is you got to race your way into shape, if you will.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's just, it's just seat time. Focus more on racing than the outside world. He kind of was distracted. He admitted he was distracted for a little while and remembered what racing's all about.
Yeah.
And we start racing to have fun. Sometimes it becomes a job.
Yeah, and what a job it is.
Yeah, the best job in the world.
By far.
Well, except for ours.
Well, this is a pretty good one, yeah.
Rapid City Motor Speedway, the fast half mile. It's definitely a car track, Ralph.
They do a lot of stuff here, don't they?
Absolutely.
Black Hills Speedway, and I mean, it's just cool.
Yeah, beautiful setting right here. Just right down the road's the airport. Right behind us a little ways up to the south is Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Sturgis.
He
over
went there
that way
last
too,
night.
right?
Yeah, that's more to the west of here. Checkered flags out.
What a lightning display I saw on the way home last night.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, just beautiful.
Cool. Ricky had to ride in that stuff.
It's far off in the distance, fortunately, but pretty incredible show.
Ryan Wells, the 94, was just out there. He moves up into the top 10 at the 9th place here in that qualifying or this practice session. Ryan Wells' time at 2:4.034, so the quick time is a 2:3.85. 10th right now is a 2:4.0, so just 15 tenths of a second between the top 10. So that's how close these singles riders are.
I'm glad you did that with the math.
That was quick, fast. I said that enough already. So it was really fast.
It was quick.
It was. They stopped doing a little practice start on the backside. Also, we have 4 classes running here tonight. Is the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program. They're up next, Ralph, and we got a bunch of fast ladies.
These gals have done a tremendous job with this series. And they have to build it themselves. They train and practice to come out and race. They have to learn a lot about it.
And maintain it.
They have to maintain it, and then they have to come out and execute it. And it sounds simple, right?
Yeah, right.
No, not at all.
Right. JC Jones will lead them out. They will come up to the starting line since they don't race with us on a regular basis, just a refresher. So they'll pull up to the line. This is their practice session for the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program. They all start on 650 INT, 650 Royal Enfields. They make several modifications to them, make them into those flat track machines. 33, JC Jones. She's been winning a lot of these. The 31, Jill DeShane. 8, Zaria Martins. She's from nearby Wisconsin. The 6 is Mallory Lee. The 2 is Alex Bumpus McDonald. 81, McKenna Hyatt. 909, Aaron Ferris. Stephanie Peets on the 57. She had to come up here and meet you at one of the rounds. She is a huge fan of yours.
I'm a big fan of Stephanie's now. I
Isn't
got to
that
tell
incredible?
you. It was awesome.
She said she grew up listening to you do Supercross.
Well, I greatly appreciate that. It's amazing how many times I have people tell me that.
Well, I just remember your voice from the video games.
Well, there's some of that too, yeah.
I love it.
I really don't care where the fans hear they say they've heard me from, just as long as they've heard me, right? It means you're working.
Well, you have been a flat track guy for a long time.
Oh.
You actually started your career at some flat track races in Sacramento.
Yeah, the Sac Mile. Started doing races at the Sac Mile and did Speedway up in Auburn, California, and AFM road racing over in Sonoma. Motorcycles are where it all began for me.
Right on. So welcome back to the two-wheel world. I know
thank you.
You were gone away from flat track for a little while, did a lot of Supercross. And
well, you know the funny thing about it, Scotty, is you end up, people say, I can't believe you've never been to this racetrack or that racetrack or whatever. And I say, well, you know what? You go where your network or the people you're working for send you whatever they happen to have.
And then also sometimes you get to go to a studio and record it off of a screen. So sometimes you don't make it out. You may have called the race from there.
But I haven't been to that venue.
But you've never been to that particular venue before. So.
And I can't tell you how many of those there are.
Exactly. Jill
trying to cross some of those off the list.
Fastest bike on the racetrack is the 31. That's Jill DeShane. She's up there at the top spot, 26.046. Zaria Martins, the 18-year-old, is right there in second.
And as I watch Zaria Martins, Jill DeShane's as well, but you start watching this group and you start thinking to yourself, okay, which one of these ladies is going to be the next Shayna?
Right, yeah. Is this a stepping stone to get into American flat track?
The potential is there, and especially when you watch people like Jill and Zaria and Stephanie, who's sitting fourth right now.
Jones, the 33.
Yeah. I mean, they're showing some real skills and some real speed, and they're learning so much about what it takes to be fast. Right?
On all different kinds of racetracks, too.
And to be able to take that knowledge and communicate with somebody, which is what you have to be able to do, too. And that's why the build part of BTR is so important, because they have a great understanding now of the motorcycle, what makes it work, especially when it comes to setups.
And they also can go out and get their own sponsorship, which helps their program. So that's another huge part of racing in all different forms, not just flat track, but motocross, supercross, car racing. You have to have sponsors, so it's the whole package.
100%.
Jill DeShane still at the top spot, 26.046. Zaria Martins, 26.077.
So, they talk about in racing ladder systems, right? So what will the ladder system be like for these ladies, Scotty, as they go forward? So if they start having success over here, let's say somebody like Jill, who's doing so well today, just starts dominating and wins every single one of these BTR races, say next year, right? Where is she going to go from there? I mean, that's something I don't know if Royal Enfield has thought about, but it's something as a sport we need to think about, because one of these ladies is going to break through.
And I've heard rumors about, you know, Royal Enfield possibly having 2 riders in the production twins class, so we'll see if that actually opens up a door for them. But I believe they have to
with Johnny Lewis.
Right. I believe they have to start with the singles class and work their way through the ranks of singles class before they can go up to production twins and then finally up to the super twins. So it is a stepping stone, but I believe their next move would be to the singles class.
More amateur races.
Yeah, absolutely. Or pro-am races. You know, ride as many times as you can. That's what I would suggest these ladies.
So there's a question there, and I don't know. I've never had a chance to ask Brianna about this, but do these ladies have the opportunity to take this BTR motorcycle when they're not running at AFT and go to another event?
And that's been the tricky part, is to organize that, because they try to keep them all together in the
what
Royal Enfield semi. So they will ride like a 450 or something similar if they can, but there's nothing exact like a Royal Enfield. So they ride a 450 or sometimes a 250. A lot of those riders actually
have them in their possession.
Right, but they'll try different motorcycles.
But it'd be great if they could take this bike and take it home and then run.
If they did that, then they'd have to be responsible to get to the next national. And that's where it gets
the budget
cost prohibitive. So Mission Super Twins rolling onto the racetrack for the second time out here today. If you have bought a pit pass, you can cross the racetrack at the start-finish line during track prep. It has to be quickly when we stop to start track prep, and it has to be right before we finish track prep, because that track will be slippery.
Always look up the racetrack.
Both ways. I would just like crossing the street.
You have to, but certainly have to look up the racetrack, because you never know what's coming.
And sometimes they pack the track in back.
That's what I'm saying.
So I would say look both ways when you do cross the racetrack. Again, to go to the pits, when that pit area is open, if you have a credential or a pit pass, you have to start. You have to go across at the start-finish line during track prep. We do have a track prep up next here at Black Hills Motor Speedway.
Because you might not hear it.
Correct. Might be sneaking. Might be a stealth pack-in truck. This is second round of practice for your premier class Mission Super Twin, sponsored by S&S Cycle.
Scotty, we're working on that groove on the bottom, but the great thing is it looks like it's going to be pretty wide.
It usually is here, Ralph. Like we've had lines all the way up to the top side. Looks like they've got some very loose dirt down here at the top of 1 and 2, right up against the airfin. So I don't think they'll be up quite that high, but the track will continue to widen out. What's good about this right now is cloud coverage. It's a cooler day. It's been up in the hundreds or near 100 the last few days, so this is perfect for some flat track racing.
Track is in really good condition right now.
Breeze actually texts me right now. She's watching. She said, good facts. Trying to see about making this a points class possibly next year. And yes, they can take their bikes home. Many of the ladies take their bikes with them and bring it back into the semi or bring it back to the next race. So,
you know who needs to bring a Royal Enfield home?
Me.
You and I.
Yes.
How do we get on that deal, Bree?
I need one.
Maybe I need to talk to my friend Stephanie. She might be able to help me out there.
Yeah, and Kevin Crowther, who is one of our bosses, not our direct boss, but he says you were calling the races with AFM back in the 1980s.
Yes.
Yeah.
1985 to be exact. I was at Chico State.
I was going to say how old I was, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to make you feel that bad, because your birthday's coming up too. Second round of practice. Meese at the top spot, 2:3.574 here in this round.
Yeah, Kevin would know. He was around AFM back then.
Checkered flag is out. That was quick out here. Jared Meese, 2:3.574. That's bad news for everybody else, because he's going even faster than he did that first round of practice. Meese, the top spot. Look at this. J.D. Beach and Dallas Daniels second and third on those Yamahas.
Not surprised, right?
They're getting those things dialed in. They've got that new frame. Again, some changes to the rules for the Indians, of course, has kind of equaled the playing field just a little bit. Looks like on my schedule, I have some track maintenance coming up here in just a few moments. If you're here with us, be sure and check out the American Flat Track Marketplace. It's right out front. That huge semi. They've got all kinds of bikes on display.
So much cool stuff in there.
What did you buy today?
I haven't bought anything today. I got 2 Sturgis T-shirts and a hoodie last night.
All right. Well, we have to check out and see what the shirts are today, because I got to have something from the race.
Yeah. I just haven't gone over that. I wore my Peoria event shirt up here.
Right. The rookie class 79 is right outside the front gate.
They always have great stuff.
Absolutely. We are going to take a short break. We have some track maintenance coming up. You can cross the racetrack at the front straightaway. Please be careful. We'll be back. Up next, we'll be qualifying right here at Black Hills Motor Speedway.
Our main event tonight, we see multiple lines of traffic passing. It should be really exciting, so here we go. In front of a huge crowd in a key race.
Hey, California race fans. Progressive American Flat Track is back in Sacramento for epic mile racing at the Cal Expo on Saturday, August 20th for the legendary Sacramento Mile. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
Riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
Speed Sport has been America's motorsports authority since 1934. Get news, results, and commentary from the most connected experts in the business, covering all forms of motorsports from flat track to NASCAR and everything in between. Bookmark speedsport.com on your mobile device now, or follow Speed Sport on social, and be sure to subscribe to the Speed Sport Daily. Speed Sport is your one-stop shop for all things racing on 2 wheels and 4.
Al Lamb's Dallas Honda is proud to sponsor the Al Lamb's Dallas Honda Singles Challenge. It's a winner-take-all $2,500 dash for cash. Enjoy the fastest and richest 4 laps in AFT singles racing. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda, DallasHonda.com.
The 2022 season will see new challenges for Royal Enfield. More racing, more racers, and more energy than ever before. For the first time ever, the Moto Anatomy powered by Royal Enfield team will participate in the full calendar, including the miles and build train race grid expanding to 15 riders and 7 races. More action than ever before. SENA is proud to be the official motorcycle communication system of Progressive American Flat Track. Ride connected with industry-leading mesh and Bluetooth communication systems, plus sound by Harman Kardon speakers and microphone. Head over to the marketplace to demo one of SENA's premium motorcycle communication systems today.
Tom Duma Fine Jewelers is proud to be the official jeweler for our 8th year to Progressive American Flat Track, providing championship rings for each class in 2021. TDFJ wants to be your jeweler. Check us out online for all your jewelry needs, from engagement rings to fashion jewelry to watches, in all price points to fit everyone's budget. Shop like a pro. Shop TDFJ.com.
Klotz Synthetic Lubricants is proud to be the official lubricant of American Flat Track. Family owned and made in America since 1959. Klotz has built its reputation by answering the call of racers and performance enthusiasts who won't settle for anything less than superior synthetic lubricants. Racers and performance buffs around the world rely on Klotz to get them to the checkered flag. Order today at KlotzLube.com.
Mobile View has been providing state-of-the-art LED video screens to sporting and special events throughout the U.S. and Canada since 1999. We use our vast experience of thousands of events to help guide the process of finding the right size screen to help make your event a memorable experience for your fans and sponsors. With over 300 World Championship titles, for 44 years, Öhlins advanced suspension technology has been providing the pinnacle of suspension for all areas of motorsports. For road or track, dirt or asphalt, when you choose Öhlins products to elevate your performance, you get Öhlins USA support and service to keep fueling your passion for excellence.
Memphis Shades brings you a whole new level of style when it comes to motorcycle windshields and fairings. The quality, style, and selection set these products apart from the pack. Memphis Shades designs and builds all windshields, fairings, and hardware in-house. Raw materials in, finished goods out. Made in Memphis. Style that works.
Dunlop is proud to be the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. What we learn from racing is rolled into our production tires, such as the Dunlop K180. A street-legal version of the aggressive DT3 flat track tire. With the K180, street riders can now have the authentic flat track tire experience. No other tire company has won more American motorcycle championships than Dunlop. Race fans, VP Racing Fuels offers a full line of power sports fuels, lubricants, coolants, and appearance products for track and street. From pro racers to weekend warriors, we help riders make more power. Ask your local power sports dealer.
We're the Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. We understand the challenges riders face every day. As riders, we want to share the road and be seen by motorists. Remaining visible is critical to our safety and well-being. That's why we work tirelessly to promote motorcycle safety and awareness. We're proud to support our community that includes riders of all stripes. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Announcing the Progressive Triple Crown, a unique multi-race challenge that rewards mastery over 3 oval disciplines. The Progressive American Flat Track Super Twins rider who scores the most points across Laconia Short Track, Black Hills Half Mile, and the Springfield Mile Doubleheader will collect a $25,000 prize. Which rider has what it takes to bring home the cash and the crown?
Welcome back. Look at that shot right there. We're out here at the Black Hills Motor Speedway. It's the Black Hills out here, Rapid City, South Dakota. It's the 82nd annual.
Don't mess with those guys.
I wouldn't either. Sturgis Motorcycle Rally and Races. That looks like part of the Badlands right here. Man, I'm jealous of the drone guy.
Oh, he's having a good time.
This. Have you been to the Badlands? You have not.
No, have
it's
not.
A ways away. That's next year.
Next year.
Next year, okay.
Well, next year we got to come and stay a little longer and spend a little more time out here. This year, sometimes our schedules don't allow us to do everything we want to do. You make the best of it.
And we're right week number 2 of a 4-weekend stretch.
Yeah.
There's a look at Briar Bauman.
Flew up here with him yesterday out of Chicago.
Oh yeah, on your private jet.
No,
you picked him up?
No, it was my private American Airlines jet. Yeah, he was sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
Jake was just in front of us.
Did you straighten him out?
Oh yeah, we had a good chat. We had a lot of laughs.
Well, let's take a look at
the stories.
Mission Super Twins point standings, and we have ourselves a heavyweight championship battle going on.
This is it.
Yeah, I love it. This late this season, we're a few races past halfway. Jared Beast and Briar, both with 3 wins and 3 points separating the two.
And those two are doing nothing but throwing haymakers right now.
And look at this, Jared Vandekoy, 1 point right behind his teammate Brandon Robinson. So Vandekoy's got some momentum coming into this round.
He sure does. Boy, he's on a bit of a roll. But we've seen Brandon Robinson stand on the top step of the podium this year.
He won Lima, which kind of surprised me, and he had his best ever finish at Peoria with a 7th, which he was tickled to death about.
Which tells you can do it any given weekend.
Just got to put your head on straight. Focus. Everybody's got to race the same track.
That's right.
There's a look at some of the Turner Racing
Chase Sadoff
Hondas. Yeah, Chase Sadoff. He is the Mobile View Rookie of the Year leader in the AFT singles class. Sadoff stopped by. We're at Rice Power Sports. Rice Honda is what it used to be right down the road. And the Honda team was there, and the KTM team, who was parked right beside each other. They were both there yesterday signing autographs.
Can't wait to see what they unveil at Springfield.
Yeah?
It's going to be some fun.
Oh, yes. The Honda
Turner
team.
guys.
Yeah, the Honda team. Absolutely.
This is the second round of the Triple Crown.
Progressive
Triple Crown. 25 grand up on the line. And the finale for that Progressive Triple Crown will be that weekend at Springfield.
Which is a doubleheader weekend, which is Labor Day weekend. So this is leg number 2. The first one was Laconia, so that means JD Beach is in the lead. And the winner gets $25,000. And that's mixed in with the entire AFT season. So it's kind of a race, a points championship race within the championship.
A season within a season.
Yep, absolutely. Like some of the Mission Super Twins, or Production Twins, I'm sorry, getting their helmets put on right now. Speaking of Production Twins, let's take a look at their point standings, and it's a good battle now. It's a little bit wider than it was last week, but because Janish won the TT and Corey is back there in about 4th.
Yeah, Jesse's been chasing Corey all season. Now he's taken over that deal, and we'll see if he can stretch it out or if Corey can rebound and keep it close.
Janish right there with 199, 4 wins on the season. Corey Texter in 2nd with 3 wins. Nick Armstrong, the season opener, back in 3rd. He's getting it pointed the right direction. 4th to be Billy Ross. 5th has been Lau. And listen to this. Another anonymous fan handed me some cash. It just happens to be $268, and it's going to be for the hardest charger in the Production Twins main event. We did it last weekend at Peoria, and Nick Armstrong got that money. We'll see who gets it here today.
It's all about paying tribute and keeping Ryan Barnes in our memory.
Absolutely. And Ryan's parents are here in Sturgis. I haven't seen them at the racetrack yet today, but they did get the 68 tattoo with the with the
checkered flags.
No, with the angel wings behind it. Yeah,
very nice.
Yep. And while we're talking about point standings, there's one other class that's racing for championship points in American Flat Track. It's the AFT Singles. Cody Kopp dominating, 50 points ahead. He's got 6 wins. Mishler looks really racy today, and he had a good run last weekend. Closed it just a little bit. I guess he gained 5 points between himself and Cody Kopp. Dalton Gauthier. Maxwell got his first win last season after missing 2 rounds with his leg injury.
He's still vibrating off of that. I saw him earlier today and talking to him. He's still walking on the clouds.
And Ralph, I think that will bring the momentum into today because you win the last round on a TT. You come here to a fast half mile, which he likes. He should do very well here today.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of opportunity for him to get a couple more wins before it's over.
Absolutely. We have next weekend we go to another TT, Castle Rock.
Castle Rock. Never been there either.
Can't wait to check
Looking forward to that.
It's been a while. It was a staple on the circuit for a long, long time. It came back, it went away, it came back, it went away.
Did you race there?
Never did. The first time I went out there was to announce.
Oh, wow.
Yep, absolutely. So
they were done racing with wooden wheels by the time you finally got a chance to go.
Yeah, and I couldn't afford to get metal wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm not as old as you, remember.
Easy.
I'm just saying. The look at Tyler Raggio, Justin Jones out there as the production twins roll onto the racetrack. 33 is Jesse Janish, the 1 Corey Texter, 60 Nick Armstrong, 109 Billy Ross, the 10 Johnny Lewis, the 96 Cody John Cox. And they're off. The first lap is to get up to speed lap. The green flag wave next time back because this, Ralph, is qualifying.
Yes, sir, and it starts to get serious now, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's no more playing around. You want to get a good qualifying spot to start on the front row of your semifinal.
Well, and if you're Jesse Janish, who we're watching right there on that 33, you just want to keep that pressure on, right?
Yes,
it's all about keeping the pressure on that guy right behind him on the track, Corey Texter on that number 1.
Yep, and this is his final season. He wants to win that championship. But you know what? Jesse Janish wants to win his first ever American Flat Track Championship, and he's in control of it right now with a good, solid win last week at Peoria. And he should do very well also at Castle Rock. So Corey should be happy, though, with his performance last weekend. He's told us he does not like Peoria, and he finished 4th.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's about minimizing the damage when you're battling for a championship and you have an off day.
Absolutely. So this is qualifying for your production twins. Their fastest lap in practice was the 2:3.992. They're just a little bit off of that right now with the 2:4.027. It looks like the track's drying out just a little bit. I'm sure they're going to prep the racetrack as we continue through the night. And also, got to keep an eye on the weather. I'm going to point that out right now. I know I don't normally like talking about that R word, so I'm not going to say it, but we're keeping an eye on what's going on around us.
It's in the area, right? Meaning state or 2 over, however you want to put it. It's a possibility, but we've been told those in the know that even if it does tonight, it's not going to be much, and I don't think it's going to impact us.
2:3.869, 2:3.869. Now they're going a little bit faster than they were in that first round of practice. So Janish is feeling a little bit more comfortable right now. Goes to the top spot. John Cox is in second. The 96 Yamaha from New York is up to second. Billy Ross is third. As we're taking a look at the 10 of Johnny Lewis on the Royal Enfield. He sat out 2 rounds, Ralph, with a twisted knee. Did that at Laconia Short Track, and I think that was a good move.
And he came back what we thought was a little early and performed well.
At Peoria.
Of all places.
There is Billy the Kid. Billy Ross having a great season. He's up there to second with a 2:4.030. He switched on over to the Harley. He's been riding a couple different bikes. He had some bad luck at the start of the season, but he is finding his own in his rookie season in the production twins.
Ran into Billy's dad last night down on Main Street in Sturgis. It was their first night here.
Did you spot him or did he spot you?
He spotted me first.
Okay, all right.
He said, "You ready to go?" And I said, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah, that's
Can't
cool.
wait.
Billy the Kid.
They were just sightseeing, by the way. They're in fine race shape for today.
Yeah, I think most of the riders today, that is what they do. They used to go out and hang out, go have some fun, do some adult beverages, but the group we have now, it seems like they're more focused on racing than ever before.
Everybody trains too hard and eats right and does all the right things you're supposed to do with your intake of food and drink. Yeah, do all that other stuff later, right?
After the races.
Celebrate post-race.
Pulling in the pits is there's Cody John Cox, the 96.
Last night was what they call school night, right?
Absolutely. John Cox pulling into the pit area.
There you can see the Black Hills off in the distance.
That's a beautiful area of shot from the back straightaway.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, group number 2 rolling onto the racetrack. Cameron Smith, the 34, 61, Casey Cisco, 15 is Mikey Rush, 94 is Ryan Wells, 47, Michael Hill, and the 30 bike, Brock Schwarzenbacher.
We could have stayed over and run a short track tomorrow.
It's right there when you come down the hill. Yeah, absolutely. At one point, one year, that was completely underwater. We had a bad storm one year. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, it's a neat little short track right there. It looks kind of egg-shaped. You know, it's tight on one end, a little bit wider on the other end.
I would love to have seen it live in person the year they ran, where was it, the Buffalo Chip?
That was so much fun.
I would love to have seen that in person. I remember
so much fun.
calling that on TV, but I would love to have seen it in person. What an idea.
Cameron Smith, the 34, into turn number 3 on his Yamaha. He looked really strong in that first round. Wells up to second, the 94. That's the McGrain Racing. Kawasaki moves into second, 2.3.910. Again, riding for the McGrain team out of Pennsylvania. Janish with a 2.3.869. Good battle with the 61 going on back there. That is Casey Cisco, the Cisco kid on the Raffle Racing team. That's a good story. There's 94 Wells down the back straightaway.
Kind of like Port Royal, how you come through the neighborhood to get here today.
So, oh, you went that way?
I guess it was, well, that's the way the GPS took me.
Yeah, that's a little shortcut because you can go down to this highway right here because this road right beside us goes to the airport. So,
right.
That's
what I did yesterday coming in from the airport.
Yep. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of depending on which way you go. But yeah, we're right here on this thoroughfare. I think this is 44 that goes through Rapid City. But yeah, you came in from the hotel up there by Interstate 90. I got you. 94 Wells. Up to second, 2.3.9. Chasing Jesse Janish, the 33, 2.3.869.
Hey, you just go where the little voice in the phone tells you, right?
Yeah, sometimes I don't even like that little person in my phone, but I still go that way.
Yeah.
She gets lost sometimes.
Are you one of those ones that changes it around? Or you go one that was in there?
I did swap it around. Where were we at? It said something about driving the ship and all this. I don't know, it's a cartoon or something like that.
My captain.
I had to switch that over. So I think I have Christina Aguilera telling me which way to go now. You got to keep it interesting if you drive a lot. So they'll stop and do a little practice start on that back straightaway. It is Janish at the top spot here in qualifying round number 1, 2.3.869. Ryan Wells was just out there on the 94, 2.3.910. Billy Ross, 2.3.942. Michael Hill, a good solid qualifying effort for the 47. His nickname is the Missile. He's been telling me that for a while. I said, when you show me that you're fast, I'll call you the Missile.
Has he earned it yet?
He's up there 4th quick right now. I think
is that quick enough?
I think it is right now. We'll see how long it lasts.
Truck is saying no.
Well, all right. I mean, when people tell me their nickname, what I want to ask them is, where did the nickname come from? Who gave it to you? You can't give yourself a nickname.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay.
Like, we needed to talk to you that King Scotty wasn't around.
Who have you been talking to? Singles on the racetrack. This is group number 1, round number 1 of qualifying. The 12 is Cody Cott, 13 Morgan Misser, 79 Dalton Gauthier, 18 Maxwell, 21 Trevor Bruner, 48 Trent Lowe, 106 Chase Setoff, and then 19 James Ott had a good run in first round of practice. He actually goes good on these car tracks. His first ever AMT race, he finished 3rd, and he's been looking for another podium ever since.
Did we ever talk about your favorite racing name? It's not a nickname, but just favorite racer name, like a Lake Speed. I mean, that was always a good one.
That's a good one.
That's too easy.
That's a real good one. Yeah, the truck says Dick Trickle. I don't know. I mean, that's just.
You don't have one?
No,
there wasn't one that jumped out at you.
I dug Wolfgang, but he's my hero. He's my friend.
But
that Wolfgang is
awesome
cool.
Name.
Yeah, of course. Man.
My favorite racing name came from a guy that used to run in a series out of Canada, ACT, American Canadian Tours, stock car series.
Yep.
Ran up the Northeast. Beaver Dragon.
That's his name?
It's his real name.
Did you look at his ID?
Beaver Dragon.
Did he change that himself?
Yeah, that was the guy's name. And he was good.
All right. I don't know. I thought Ralph Shaheen was pretty good, but.
Yeah. Stage name.
Oh, that's your stage name?
Yeah, Smith.
Ralph Smith. Or how about Brad Jones? I mean,
Yeah, Tree.
Simple name like that. This is a good battle up here on these singles riders right now. They're just mixing up. This is just qualifying, but Trent Lowe goes to the top spot. There's my sleeper, 2:3.775. That's quicker than Mishler was in the first round of practice.
This is kind of an important day for the kid on the 12, Cody Cobb, because his teammate right there, the 18, Max Whale, set the tone a week ago in Peoria, and it looked like all of a sudden Cody was human after he was starting to look like an absolute machine.
Right.
So this is not that he's in any kind of threat just yet to losing the championship, but I think he wants to put that chokehold back on everybody real quick.
He wants to stop Max's momentum right now. There's a look at the 48. Trent Lowe still at the top spot, 2:3.775. He's on the screen. He's on the Roof Systems Honda. He's got Trevor Bruner right behind him.
You don't want any of these guys thinking they have a chance.
No,
right?
absolutely not. Checker flag's out. The 21 and the 48 race each other week in and week out. They're both from Indiana. They race each other in Lawrenceburg. They race all over the place around the Cincinnati area. So they're well acquainted with each other. Trent Lowe at the top spot, 2:3.775. That's the 48 bike. Maxwell is second. The 18 bike, there's the 48 going on by. 21, Trevor Bruner's third. Morgan Mishler was looking at the high line trying to make that come in. He might as well do it practice and qualifying just to see if it's there before he get into the racing.
Well, there's some great dirt tracks in Indiana in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Gas City.
Bloomington. Terre Haute.
Kokomo. Yep, of course.
There's a window over Terre Haute, by the way, you know that.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well, if you watched the Indianapolis 500 when you were a kid,
okay,
if there was ever rain in the area,
yep,
they would always say, it's raining right now, but there's a window over Terre Haute. Stay with us. We should be racing soon. That was the big thing. There's a window
hilarious.
over Terre Haute.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll be right back to racing.
That was one of those things that just got ingrained in your head as a kid. You know, window over
That's funny. Group number 2, Aiden Rusev's pulling onto the racetrack. 24, Hunter Bauer. 113, Gage Smith. 80s, Brandon Kitchen. 82, Travis Pettin. Ferran Carduz, the Spanish flat track champ, is 377. Jared Lowe, 63. 55, Tyler Raggio. The Big Ragu. Should we go with that? He's still looking for a nickname.
The Big Ragu, I like that.
But he's not very big, but is that
no,
kind of
it
part
goes
of it?
right off of Laverne and Shirley.
Correct, right.
Raggio. About Rigatoni, the Big Rigatoni.
The Big Rigatoni. That's a lot to say. I mean, how many times are you going to say that during a race?
Well, by the way, I love Rigatoni.
All right.
Oh, the best of all pastas.
Let's go back to that place we ate in Weedsport.
Yes.
The truck
that
says
was
yes.
very good.
And it was free for us. The truck bought for that.
The truck was awesome that weekend.
Kristen Beats listening.
What was the name of that place?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Mind.
I could drive you straight there, though.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as Brad Jones pays, we're going. 24. Look at Hunter Bauer going to work on the back straightaway.
Big Rigatoni.
We're all plugged in there. Oh, there's one right over there.
Can you see one?
Yep. Look at this battle at the top spot here on the front straightaway.
Oh, yeah.
Again, this is just qualifying, but they're racing like it's the main event. 26, Aiden Rusev from Southern Illinois up there. He's got Gage Smith looking up the inside in the 113. 24 out there's, man, trying to make the move. 24, Hunter Bauer's trying to come on through. He's going around the outside, trying to get by Rusev's. Trying that high line. It's a little bit slippery up there. Looks like the not as much rubber's been laid down.
Pretty good dirt tracks in Southern Illinois, too, right?
Absolutely. DeCoyne's one of my favorite racetracks.
Man, I was back watching, was it 95, 96 DeCoyne Mile?
Yeah. Yep, you sent the link to
on
all
YouTube.
Of us. Yep.
Oh,
such good racing.
Davey Camlin.
Yep.
Second year in a row he won there.
Rodney Ferris went good there.
Yeah.
Yep.
6 wide at the checkers. Unbelievable.
White flag is out. AT singles.
Did you recognize the other voice on there with me?
You know, I didn't watch it. I have seen it before, but was it Larry Myers?
No, it was a great Bill Warner.
Oh, it was Warner, yeah. That's right.
I know Bill's always watching our broadcasts. Hey, Bill, hope you're out there doing good.
Getting some feedback. They say that Raggio's name is Rockstar or Little Hef. I don't know where that stuff comes from, but Little Hefe, I don't know. That's Jeff, isn't it?
Hefe's Jeff, yeah.
Yes, I don't know. That's for the folks at Lodi Cycle Bowl, which we'll be at the night before the Sacramento Mile.
Yes. A regular stop for the
big night before the mile
guys
race.
For the mile.
Yep, to make some extra money.
My old buddy Bill Spencer used to be the announcer there way back when.
Right on. Take a look at a replay from just a moment ago while we're here chattering away. Swapping. Oh, they're trying to swap flags. I think
you guys are getting fancy.
I think it's a little bit too windy out there. It's Big P and our racing chaplain Raymond Rizzo trying to do a flag swap, but a little bit too.
Yeah.
The wind gust caught one of them. We'll say that. Just the wind gust caught it. Group number 3 up next. 94 Ryan Wells, 49 Chad Coase, 91 Justin Jones, 119 Logan McGrain, 175 Terrence Santero. It's good to see him back. He got hurt a while back. 132 is Pierce. 121 Jacob Cassio. 176 Jacob Walter. Those are the bikes on the racetrack. Group number 3, first round of qualifying for your singles. Said singers, huh?
You did.
Yeah.
I think you were looking at guys tossing the flags, thinking about them tossing guitars, and you went down the singer road.
Well, Ricky invited us all to a concert, but it started at 10:30 p.m. and that's past my bedtime.
Last night or tonight?
Yes, no, last night.
Oh, last night, yeah.
We rode from Rapid City to Sturgis, and then he got off one way. Me and my dad and one of our friends went up to towards Boulder Canyon.
Yeah, he was going to see Shooter Jennings and Yellow Wolf. I'd seen Shooter before.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
He said it was a great show. There's Terrence Santero, the 175, one of the taller riders. It's good to see him back. We go back out front, though. 94 is Wells. 49 Chad Coase. Those are teammates. Santero, the 175. Was riding Kawasaki's for a little while. Now he's on the Rackley Racing Yamahas. Justin Jones looking at the high line. Trip still at the top spot. The 48 bike. This is qualifying, so these kinds of times do count. 23.775. We got a special folks going to be joining us here a little bit later on. Everybody comes to the rally.
Well, from what I'm hearing, there's going to be all kinds of celebrities and industry big shots walking around here tonight.
And I told you don't have to tell everybody that you're here.
Oh, jeez.
Not you, Ralph.
Not me, for sure. No, but I did run into my buddy Kerry Hart last night.
Down Sturgis?
Yeah, yep. And I know Kerry was saying he wanted to come out. Ran into him at the Iron Horse.
Cool. Good battle between the teammates right here. 94 Wells, 91 Justin Jones, 49 I was also out there, Chad Coase. First impression race team Hondas.
Is there anybody in particular coming by?
I've heard our Grand Marshal is Jeff Stanton.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's coming.
I've heard a few others might be stopping by. I saw Bobby Fong down there.
Oh yeah, Bobby Fong from the Baggers.
Cody Webb was down there from the Enduro Cross Series.
Cody Webb is here, yeah.
Yep. I think he has to go do an appearance down at Buffalo Chip tonight, so I think he's already left, but he was here for a little while.
Yeah, he was here earlier.
There's Pierce on the 132. The white flag is out. Last group, first round of qualifying.
In fact, Bobby rides for Steve DiLorenzi.
STI.
STI.
Yep. Who sponsors
Sacramento Mile.
And Jared Meeks.
Yeah, Jared Meeks.
Flag out. So the first round fast time goes to the 48 of Trent Lowe, 23.775. That was faster than they were in practice, so that's pretty good. For these bikes, they're getting a little bit quicker as we go. Up next on the schedule is our Royal Enfield Build Train Race qualifying. They get one round of qualifying. They'll have one semifinal and one main event.
It's an 8-lap affair, right?
The qualifying is, I think they have a 5-lap.
The main event is 8 laps.
I think they have a 5-lap qualifying, 8-lap main, yes. If you're here with us, don't forget to stop by out front the American Flat Track Marketplace and see what's going on. They have bikes on display, t-shirts. They've got the Sideburn magazine. If you haven't checked that out, you got to get yourself one of those. All kinds of cool stuff. Rookies of 79 have a booth set up, and Terrence Santero moved up to 10th on that last lap. Chad Coase, the California kid, moved up to the 5th spot. Actually, looks like the Super Twins are coming up next. I thought I had the Royal Enfield ladies coming up next, but it's going to be your Mission Super Twins, sponsored by SNS Cycle. This is their first qualifying effort. They will have 2 rounds of qualifying, just like everybody else. And here they come onto the track. The 1, Jared Meese. 3, Briar Bauman. 32, Dallas Daniels. 95, J.D. Beach. 44 is Brandon Robinson. 20 is Jared Vandekoy. 37, Bronson Bauman on the Harley-Davidson. 67, Davis Fisher. 27, Robbie Pearson. 52, Shayna Texter Bauman. 25, Ben Lau, who has now moved up to this class for the rest of the season. And making his return to American Flat Track, the 23, Jeffrey Carver Jr. He is on the Saddleman Dodge Brothers XR 750 Harley-Davidson. Today's event is sponsored by Saddleman Seats and Saddlebags, so they jumped on board with the event, and they're also helping out Jeffrey Carver. There is the Wizard, Jeffrey Carver. He is actually the last rider to win on a Harley-Davidson XR 750. That was in 2017 at the Fort Worth Half Mile, the Texas Half Mile, however you want to look at it, just outside Dallas, Texas Motor Speedway. This is qualifying round number 1. Carver looking pretty salty so far. He's up to 6th with a 2.3. Just I say that at the time moved down to 8, 2.3.917. He's caught the Fisher. Fisher usually goes very well out here on his 67 Indian. Carver goes up the inside of Fisher, making a pass. Maybe he'll have some clean racetrack now in front of him. Daniels up to 6th. Brandon Robinson up to 4th, but it's J.D. Beach at the top spot, 2.3.633. This is qualifying round number 1. 2.3.633 for Jiggy Dog. Last week's winner at the Peoria TT. Second win of the season. He also won the Laconia short track. So if he wins today, that will be a half mile. If he wins either Sacramento or Springfield, he could have the Grand Slam in one season. Now let's put the cart before the horse just a little bit.
A little bit.
But he's got the opportunity.
He does.
He was quick time, but that didn't last very long. Jared Meese goes to the top spot, 2.3.548. The track getting a little bit faster, Ralph. I think it's because there's more rubber in the racetrack.
I think you're right.
And it's still nice and it's cool outside. The sun is behind the clouds. It's Chamber of Commerce race day. 2.3.548. 2.3.548 for the number 1, the Jammer Jared Meese. Right behind him is J.D. Beach, the 95, as the checkered flag comes out. First round of qualifying for your Super Twins riders. Comes a few more riders across the line. 67 to 23 that cross the line. So the top spot, Jared Meese, 2.3.548. J.D. Beach in second, 2.3.566. Jared Vandekoy, the favorite from one of the guys in the truck, of the 2.3.633 up to 3rd on the 20 bike. Briar Bauman is 4th, Dallas Daniels 5th, Brandon Robinson 6th. So right now your fast time is Jared Meese with a 2.3.548. On my sheet of what's coming up next will be your Royal Enfield Build Train Race qualifying session. The ladies are staged up. They will enter and exit the racetrack in turn number 4. That's where they both go on and off the racetrack. We do have an open paddock area scheduled from 6 until 6:50. And remember, the only place to cross the racetrack is right here at the start-finish line, and it will be only during track prep, and it's right before we get the track prep started and right when track prep is ending. And please look both ways. Last group of our first round of qualifying will be the Royal Enfield Build Train Race program. Then they'll open up that gate right here at the start-finish line. If you do have a pit pass, if you want to go to the infield, you can do so at that time. If you have that pit pass, Royal Enfield out there on the racetrack. 33, J.C. Jones. 31, Jill DeShane. 88 is Lana McNaughton from Idaho. 327, Gabby Hughes from Ohio. 27, Neen Kaskela from Portland, Oregon. 06 is Mallory Lee from Buda, Texas. 909, Aaron Ferris from Graham, Washington. 800, Anna Serena from Miami Beach, Florida. 57, Stephanie Peets from Mesa, Arizona. 57, Kayla Hobart from Bremerton, Washington. 08, Zaria Martins from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. 2 is Alex Bumpus McDonald from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Her family has a Royal Enfield dealership over there. 81, McKenna Hyatt from Washington State. 07, Mariah Hummer from Fort Collins, Colorado. 15, Mia Reese from Woodstock, Illinois. And the 31, Jill DeShane from Rogers, Minnesota. They're out there for this, their qualifying session right now. Jill DeShane goes to the top spot. She is feeling right at home on this racetrack for sure. She looked really good in that first round of practice. J.C. Jones, who's been winning most of these races this season, the 33, sitting close by in second with a 2.5.893. Their only qualifying session for the Royal Enfield Build Train races. So let's see, this is the 3rd season with the Royal Enfield Build Train race program with flat track. They started with 4 riders, then they went to 9. Now they have 15 riders. We have 14 of them here this weekend.
And the road racing now.
Yes, absolutely. And Jill has won the last 2 seasons, if you would combine all the points. Zaria and McKenna are the youngest, and they've both been racing since they're 4 years old. And like I said a few moments ago, Alex's family owns a Royal Enfield dealership in Tennessee. Lana's sitting out this weekend. She's not feeling too well, so hope she feels better soon. Anna has been racing all over the country since the season started, building and brings her bike to every race. So
That's awesome.
She takes her bike with her. So
Yeah.
the answer, Bree didn't answer your question. They can do that.
They can do that, which I think is great.
And JC's been racing her 450 all over California, a whole bunch. So they're taking this really serious, Ralph.
Yeah, and this is, Bree's done an awesome job of taking the Royal Enfield brand and finding ways to broaden it out there and get it more into the mainstream eye, and finding ways to do things with Royal Enfield that other manufacturers aren't doing right now. And this is a perfect example of it, right?
It is a perfect example of getting into flat track, getting into road racing. And you know what? It's an affordable twin to go out there and buy.
Well, but the point too is anybody, as a checker flag waves, any manufacturer can just put a bike out in the field.
Right.
Doing this and bringing the ladies out here like she's done, I think is fantastic. Yes, they've got Johnny Lewis Racing and Production Twins, which is great for marketing and selling bikes and branding and all that. But this is a way, what they're doing here, to give back to the sport too and help the sport grow for the future, which I think is fantastic.
Absolutely. On my schedule, we do have some track maintenance coming up next. So again, if you have a pit pass, if you want to go to the infield, or if you want to, in the pits, want to come to the outside world, you can do that at the start-finish line. You got to do it quick before they get the water trucks going out there, but make that quick. Qualifying is completed for the first round for all of the classes. 31, Jill DeShane, fastest right here in the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program, 25.524. Zari Martin second, 25.883. JC Jones third on the 33 bike, 25.893. That's your top three in the Royal Enfield class. Again, if you want to cross the racetrack, if you have a pit pass, you can go into the infield, or if you're in the infield, now is the time to do it before they start the water trucks going around. And we're going to take a break of the action here real soon. We're out here in the Black Hills, Progressive Rapid City Half Mile, sponsored by Saddleman. When we come back, round number 2 of qualifying.
Saturday, September 3rd and Sunday, September 4th, American Flat Track invades the Illinois State Fairgrounds for the granddaddy of them all, the legendary Springfield Mile. Labor Day weekend, witness the spectacle of America's top riders competing for fortune and glory at top speeds of over 140 miles per hour. Don't miss the Mission Foods Progressive Triple Crown Springfield Mile, presented by Drag Specialties. Get your tickets now at springfield-mile.com.
Speedsport has been America's motorsports authority since 1934. Get news, results, and commentary from the most connected experts in the business, covering all forms of motorsports from flat track to NASCAR and everything in between. Bookmark speedsport.com on your mobile device now, or follow Speedsport on social, and be sure to subscribe to the Speedsport Daily. Speedsport is your one-stop shop for all things racing on 2 wheels and 4.
Saddleman is proud to support motorcycle riding and racing at all levels. As an American company specializing in motorcycle seats and luggage, it's widely known you can't go fast or far if you're not comfortable. Known as the gel seat expert since 1987, it has been Saddleman's goal to improve comfort, control, and the overall riding experience for you. Saddleman seats with gel core technology for the ride you deserve.
Falken Tires is proud to be the official light truck tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Choosing the right tire for your truck or SUV is critical. And Falken has you covered, offering highway terrains to all-terrains through torture-tested mud terrains. For more information on Falken's full line of Wild Peak products, please visit us at www.falkentire.com. Kicker Performance Audio is the official sound system of American Flat Track. Kicker's fully stocked line of products includes speakers, amplifiers, and subwoofers for your car and truck stereo systems, as well as those for your boat, side-by-side, and touring motorcycle. Kicker also makes Bluetooth outdoor speakers, over-ear headphones, and earbuds to pair with your favorite mobile device. To learn more or find a dealer, visit kicker.com.
Rev up those taste buds with Mission Foods, a proud sponsor of AFT Super Twins Racing. Mission Foods has you covered with race day recipes that are too fast, too tasty. So grab your favorite Mission products, sit back, and enjoy America's original extreme sport.
Klotz Synthetic Lubricants is proud to be the official lubricant of American Flat Track. Family owned and made in America since 1959. Klotz has built its reputation by answering the call of racers and performance enthusiasts who won't settle for anything less than superior synthetic lubricants. Racers and performance buffs around the world rely on Klotz to get them to the checkered flag. Order today at klotzlube.com. Tired of replacing your battery every year? It's time to buy the world's best lithium battery, the Pulse IPT, with up to 1,200 cranking amps and unmatched reliability. There's no better battery for your bike. Visit Full Spectrum Power in the paddock today or on Instagram, Facebook, and the web. Start something. Power everything.
SolarFit, America's solar team, is a proud sponsor of American Flat Track Racing. Get your complimentary solar analysis today at AmericanFlatTrack.com/SolarFit and let the sun power your home or business for free.
KTM, ready to race.
Al Lamb's Dallas Honda is proud to sponsor the Al Lamb's Dallas Honda Singles Challenge. It's a winner-take-all $2,500 dash for cash. Enjoy the fastest and richest 4 laps in AFT singles racing. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda, dallashonda.com.
Multiple lines, draft passing, should be really exciting. So here we go. Oh, this is spectacular. Here in front of a huge crowd in a key race.
Hey, Washington State race fans. Progressive American Flat Track is back in the state at Castle Rock Race Park on Saturday, August 13th for the Castle Rock TT. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
Above the hills in South Dakota, as we narrow in on the Black Hills Speedway, the banked turns, the long straightaways. Riders have told me this is a very quick track for them, if not the fastest track that they'll race all season. I am standing by with Kenny Coolbeth Jr., who has now been inducted into the AMA Hall of Fame. So exciting. First of all, tell me what that experience or that when you got the word, what was your reaction?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, you know, to be in it with all the guys that are inducted into it. It's pretty special. So you know, it's all due to who I surrounded myself through my career, and I owe a lot to all the people that did help me. So. Now just having some fun, helping these guys and helping these kids. It's a different role, but it's good. You know, Mike Turner's a great guy, and just hopefully be on top of the box. That's our goal. That's our focus tonight. So.
Kenny, for you to be able to now kind of look in on the sport, not as a competitor, but as a rider coach, how exciting is it to see how much this sport has progressed over the years?
It's cool. It's changed a lot, even since I've retired. So, you know, the kids have stepped it up with their training program and stuff like that. You know, some guy can't just come out of retirement and run with these guys. So, it's in that aspect, it's changed a lot. You know, the series itself, it's. You know, it's kind of, if you ask me, it's kind of leveled out. So, you know, AFT and, you know, all those guys in that trailer over there definitely want to better it. I can see it. But, you know, they just, it's tough. You know, I don't know the answer. But as long as it's not going down, we're good, I think. You know, the history of flat track is huge. So the diehard fans are up in the stands and enjoying themselves. So, and we do have enough of them, so it's good.
Earlier, you had said that this is one of your favorite tracks. Why is that?
I don't know. You know, I ranked this probably my second favorite track.
What's your first?
As a rider, yeah. Definitely Hagerstown, Maryland. You know, it's got a lot of wins there, and it was kind of like my hometown track, you know.
So what makes this track special?
Just you know, how it changes throughout the day, you know, like it's kind of a one-line deal right now, and then, you know, once the sun goes down and kind of gets a little cooler, it's for good racing, you know. It's kind of, you gotta kind of be a little savvy, use your head a little bit. So it's good. It played in my favor. So it's always been a fun place to come.
And guys, as Kenny mentioned, this will be a completely different track when the sun goes down. So predictive tuning, trying to figure out where the track will go and follow that trend is going to be so important for the riders here tonight.
Without a doubt, and congratulations to Kenny.
Absolutely.
On making it into the AMA Hall of Fame, deservedly so.
In his first time he was up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Not surprised. I think it was a matter of when. Didn't know if he'd go first ballot or not. But
Three-time champ, former factory Harley-Davidson rider, did a lot for our sport and continuing to do a lot for our sport.
Absolutely.
And his dad works for us, drives one of the semis down the road. And, and I congratulated him just the other day. But, yeah, I loved watching Kenny Coolbeth here, actually. My first memory of Kenny Coolbeth was before I turned pro as a flat tracker, was at the Oklahoma City Half Mile. Ronnie Jones put it on. Graham and Pa, my grandparents who were here, they were working turn number 3. So I went down there to give them some water. And here comes this little scrawny little guy on a 600cc Rotex number 32U.
Yeah.
He went past us standing in turn number 3, in the entrance to turn number 3, never letting off. The RPMs picked up when he threw it into the corner because the back end, he never let off the gas. And I was like, who is this guy? It's Kenny Coolbeth Jr. And he's been one of my favorite riders ever since that day.
I always thought Kenny had a great personality.
Yes.
He was always friendly. Even when he was having a rough day, he always took time to talk.
Yes.
Very approachable, great for the fans. I thought as a champion, he was a tremendous ambassador for the sport. Earned everything he ever got award-wise, including this Hall of Fame. We put him on the cover of Speed Sport. You know, there haven't been many motorcycle guys that have been on the cover of a car magazine.
That's pretty cool.
And we put Kenny on the cover of Speed Sport, and we actually have a huge picture of that on the wall in our offices. So.
I just got a text message also from Mike Hacker, and Hacker says, I bet Kenny Coolbeth could come out of retirement and still run with these guys and probably podium. I agree with you, Hack man. Yeah, Hacker says Coolbeth could come out of retirement and still run with these kids.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So there's going to be quite a few celebrities and industry big shots here all day. Yeah, alongside of you. Here's one for sure. Not the guy on the left so much, although he's a huge fan of ours. We're a huge friend of his. But the guy on the right there is another Hall of Famer, although the guy on the left should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How's that, Ricky Rackman?
I like that. This is really cool because I watched this guy race many a time. 6-time Supercross champion Jeff Stanton, and you're the Grand Marshal, which I was really excited. Like I said, I used to watch you race. I'm not going to say I watched you as a kid because I wasn't that young. But you were racing in the 90s, part of the 80s. And what brings you to Sturgis and for the flat track race?
Well, I'm here. Triumph asked me to come and be a part of their deal. So promoting adventure bikes, riding adventure bikes. I got an adventure business in Michigan. And so Triumph's got me here for the week. And I got a call and say, hey, would you like to be the Grand Marshal of the dirt track? I'm like, not just yeah, but hell yeah. I love dirt track. I love all the guys. I just love the style. I always have. Scott Parker's a good buddy of mine.
And you've been friends, like even during your whole career, you were always friends with Scotty, right? You guys kept in touch and everything.
Absolutely. I loved watching dirt track back in the Scotty days and Ricky Graham. I mean, we can go way back. There's a lot of great guys. But in Michigan, man, I'm going to stay true to Michigan. So, yeah, I love the sport. I love the guys. I love the teams. It's just fun to be a part of.
But flat track was something that you never attempted.
I never did. I enjoy riding on the ice. I try to ride on the ice as much as I can. Same kind of deal, just on the ice instead of the dirt. And so it's in your blood. I love doing it. The guys are fun to be around, and it's just a great sport to be a part of.
I'll tell you, it's really good to see you here. And he's also the Grand Marshal of tonight's race here at Black Hills.
One of these days, Scotty, we need to go through and go for a ride with him on his deal. And I want to go in the fall because Michigan, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, in the fall would be so spectacular to go do that adventure riding stuff with him.
I heard Brian Smith and a few other guys go on that ride. I was actually offered to ride with him tomorrow, but I'm already promised to go to Billings, Montana.
Earn that $20.
There's a short track over there. Michael Marsh is here, and I've got to go over there because I'm getting old. I've got to set up for
your
the
retirement.
future.
Yeah,
exactly.
You got to think about down the road.
And $20 is $20.
$20 is $20. I hear you, brother. Let me tell you something about Jeff Stanton, though.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever met a racer of any kind who was more focused on race day than Jeff Stanton.
Really?
Oh, man, he was intense. Unbelievable. I'll never forget all the years being around Supercross and motocross, and especially at like Daytona, because he was an animal at Daytona.
Absolutely.
Absolute animal. In the heat of the day there, Daytona Supercross. And you'd go up and try to talk to Jeff, and he'd answer your question.
Short.
But it was short and it was quick, and you knew you wanted to get your answer and get moving, and you wanted to leave him alone, right?
Yep.
And then when he retired, the first time I saw him after he retired, he's like, "Hey, Ralph, how are you? What are you doing? What's going on? How are the kids? What's your dog up to?" And I'm like, who is this guy?
And where's Jeff Stanton?
And where's Jeff Stanton? Yeah, what'd you do with Jeff Stanton?
So my dad and I were talking about this before we came up here when we found out Jeff was going to be the Grand Marshal, and our fondest memory was actually of him and also one of your good friends, Denny Stevenson.
Oh,
so
Debo.
we did the Oklahoma City Supercross at the Oklahoma City Half Mile outside, and they had some whoops, Ralph, that were every bit of 3 feet, if not 4 feet deep, and they were pointed.
Yeah.
The only two that were fast in the whoops were Denny Stevenson and that man right there, Jeff Stanton, were blitzing the whoops. Nobody else could even touch them until Denny got hurt that day.
Yeah.
But that's my most fondest memory of Jeff Stanton.
I mean, seriously, if you want to know what racing at Daytona at Supercross back in the day when they would do it during the day and it was an absolute survival of the fittest, what it was all about, just go back and Google one of Jeff Stanton's victories there. It'll show you everything you need to know.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Blazing heat, long day, and Stanton was on the top step of the box more than once.
So cool.
Well, Kristen, Cody Kopp showed there was a little bit of weakness in the armor at the last race at Peoria, but not much. He was still strong, and I think if he can get back to the top step, he can really put these guys back in a chokehold quick.
Yeah, Cody Kopp showed us that he's human, but he may also be racing for a championship. And the one thing that I've learned from your dad, actually, from talking to Joe Cobb, is he's coached you to kind of start managing these races. Obviously, you're racing for a championship. That's something that's on your mind, but you're in such a good position right now. Racing conservatively, there's no downfall to that. Going into this weekend, though, the Black Hills Half Mile, a track you've never raced on before in the Grand National Series and the American Flat Track Series. How are you kind of adjusting to that, and how have you been coached moving into this round? A great team surrounding you with Chris Fillmore.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm riding conservative right now. I mean, it's just I'm not riding on my game. Like I'm just having a little bit of an off day right now, but we're turning it around. We're a little farther down in qualifying than we normally are, but track's going to come around. They're out there prepping, and it definitely needed that water. And, yeah, I mean, qualifying doesn't mean nothing at the end of the night, but we're going to go out there and put in one good lap and have a front row start for this semi.
We've raced 6 half miles this season. For you, what has been pivotal on these half-mile tracks?
Yeah, just a good start. I mean, we've had a lot of tracks that are one line and you can't pass, so it's really important to have a front row start, and a good start in the main event can pretty much seal the deal. So, yeah, we're just going to take it session by session as we get on the track, and we're making some good changes here that are going to go benefit us in this next session.
As far as the KTM team is concerned, you know, Maxwell being back, you have great feedback coming in from Chris Fillmore. Looking back on the season so far, I mean, you have to be really proud of yourself, this being your second season in the singles class.
Yeah, I'm happy with it, but I'm not satisfied yet. I mean, we're only halfway through, pretty much, a little over halfway, so 7 rounds left. You can't mess around with that. It's way too early to think about anything, so we're going to keep pushing. We want to go out there and win tonight.
Cody, best of luck in doing so. And guys, we talk about Rick Stanton, you know, being a legend. Cody Kopp well on his way to making his own name in the American Flat Track Series.
And I love the way Cody is approaching all this. And you can see how Joe is teaching his son and bringing him along. And I think the fact that Peoria didn't go perfect is perfect for him in his future. Because you need to experience all this stuff, Scotty, to really become well-rounded and learn what it takes to win a championship and how to go about doing it.
And sometimes you learn more by getting beat.
100%.
And he was up there. He won the Outlands Dallas Honda Dash.
It's not like he was out in the weeds, right?
Absolutely. And they hollered at me earlier and said they have a new nickname, but we're still working on it. So
For Cody?
Yeah, but I'm sticking with Hot Rod.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hot Rod. Yeah, Truck wants to talk about great racer names. All right, Truck, go ahead.
Swede.
Oh, Angela Savage, yes. Swede Savage is a great racing name. And you know what? Angela Savage, who was with us at Peoria, she was working in the Class of 79 booth, came up and visited with us for a while, got a copy of her book that she did about her dad. Her dad was a great motorcycle racer as well before he got into Indy cars and Trans Am racing with Dan Gurney and all that. And one of the reasons why Dan Gurney knew about him was because of his motorcycle racing. Dan, of course, a huge motorcycle racing fan. And Swede used to go racing around the country with Eddie Worth.
No kidding.
Yeah, and so I'd asked Angela, I said, do you know, did your dad ever race at Peoria? And she got home and looked it up, and he did.
That's cool.
In fact, he made the main event. And what was interesting was the guys that didn't even make it into the main event. Try Gary Nixon and Mert Lawwell, for example, when he made it to the main. That'll tell you a little something about how good Swede Savage was as a motorcycle racer.
That's great. I think, you know, when you can transfer from different disciplines of motorcycles to cars, and, you know, Joe Leonard comes to mind and stuff like that, it's hard to do.
I've always thought motorcycle racers can make great car racers as opposed to the other way around.
Right.
And because one of the reasons why I think it works out so well is because so many motorcycle racers start so young, right? So you start when you're 5 years old, for example. Some of these guys even 4 years old. They learn about the strategy side of racing at such a young age and have had so much practice at it. By the time they get to be 20 years old, they know you can't win it in the first corner. They know how to save their equipment. They know how to go through the stuff that Joe Kopp is going through right now at 18 years of age, right? So by the time they're done racing bikes and they shift to cars, now it's just getting the laps in, figuring out what the car needs and how to drive it to make it go fast, right? But so many guys have had great transitions. Mike Halewood, for one.
Right.
John Surtees, for another. Other guys like Freddie Spencer, Ricky Carmichael, Kevin Schwantz have all gone off into Eddie Lawson, was great. Got into IndyCar racing, did really well over there.
Yep. A lot of them will switch on over to cars as they get older. So they always
with age comes a cage, buddy.
Exactly. So Bikes on the Racetrack, final round of qualifying. Mission Production Twins, sponsored by Vance and Hines. 33, Jesse Jenish.
You know who has an interest in that now? Found this out yesterday on the airplane.
Jared Meese.
Briar Bauman.
Briar wants to go car racing?
Down the road when he's all done. It's not like next year. I mean, he's got a long way to go yet. A lot more championships he wants to win over here in Progressive AFT. But when he's done, he would like to try car racing, and he'd like to go sports car racing.
There you go. Interesting. All right, so Ricky Rackman is down there with my favorite rider in the singles class right now, the sleeper, Trent Lowe. Ricky, how's it going?
It's going good, Scotty. You know, you're his favorite rider out there. He says you're the sleeper, and out there you did look fast already.
Yeah, that's a nickname that he came up with. He's messing with me, giving me a hard time. But yeah, it's all jokes and fun. I mean, we're all here to have fun, and everything's just clicking for me right now. I feel good. My team, Mission Foods, Outland Dallas Honda, Hudson Roofing, they've got a great program together for me, and my dad's working on the bikes. We're just working together really great, and we're here to have some fun.
As it gets cooler, do you think the track's going to be faster?
Yeah, I do think the moisture is going to come up, and I think the track's going to get faster as the night goes on, and it might turn into getting a little greasy, so we'll see what happens.
Is there anybody out there on the track that you model your mustache game after?
No, I kind of did it as a joke, and then decided to just keep it and see what happens. So hopefully it gives me some good luck. We'll see, though.
We'll see if the mustache is good luck. Trent Lowe.
So, Ricky, I started calling him a sleeper because me and his dad used to race together, and he kind of fell asleep on the line a couple of times last year. But now this year, he's the sleeper because we don't really talk about him. He's like my wild card winner, and he can get up there and win anytime. It's going to happen.
By the way, I did hear from Bill Werner. He is watching, so it's great to have the legendary Bill Werner.
No kidding.
Tuned in and watching. Oh, yeah, he watches every week.
The winningest crew chief in American flat track history.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking
awesome.
of Hall of Famers.
Yeah, no kidding.
Every Hall of Fame there is that has to do with flat track racing, he should be a part of.
I've got the honor to work with him a few times when I was doing Live Ice Sports, and then I had him on my podcast, and he has so much knowledge. I could probably have him on my podcast 10 weeks straight, talking about different riders he's worked with and different racetracks, and so much knowledge. I would love to just sit there and pick his brain.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was so much fun to work with him when we were doing flat track together on TV. In fact, when the announcement came out that I was going to be doing these with you this year,
yes,
first person that called me, Bill Werner.
All right, that's awesome. Checkered flag is out. Group number 1 for your Mission Production Twins, sponsored by Vance & Hines. Again, Jesse Janisch, again, quick time, 2:3.869. That was actually the first round. His best in this session was a 2:3.874. So he is right there, real consistent.
Oh, no doubt about it.
That's bad news for everybody else.
Oh, it's terrible news. Ooh. This guy's on a roll. He's feeling it. Even though he'll tell you otherwise, right? When you talk to him about it. It's so crazy to talk to Jesse about it. He's so vanilla about it, right? It's just so kind of matter of fact of, yeah, we're doing this. This is what's happening, but not really thinking about it, not really feeling the excitement or anything.
He downplayed Peoria so much last week. When I called him and talked to him before the race, and then he went out there and smoked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the biggest crushing defeats everybody else has had all season.
He was flying. Group number 2 rolling onto the racetrack. 34, Cameron Smith. 61, Casey Sisko. 15 is Mikey Rush. 94, Ryan Wells. 47, Michael Hill. And the 30 by Brock Schwarzenbacher from Wisconsin. Final group, final round of qualifying for your Production Twins. And don't forget, the hard charger in that main event picks up an extra $268 to honor Ryan Barnes. Watch out, what's going on behind us over here? We let somebody in here. I don't know what's going on. It's hereditary.
And allergic to the booth.
There's a good battle between the 61 and the 47. Cisco Kid and the Missile. A little early.
Still going with that, huh?
Right. Yeah, well, that's what he told me. I mean, he looked good today.
Yeah,
I gotta give him some props. He looks good. He's qualified 6th so far out of the bikes that have qualified. Cameron Smith on the 34 Yamaha looking pretty racy as well. He's back there in the 9th spot right now. And no time was recorded on that lap, so he might not have a transponders, but oh! The 47 had a check up right there, almost got into the back end of the 61. He said, let me get a clear racetrack. So that was a good move. He backed off. He's going to throw this lap away anyway, so now he's got room between himself and Casey Sisko. So.
But you don't get a whole lot of laps in qualifying, so you don't want to throw too many away.
Right, so you'll throw that lap away completely because he had that bobble coming up for turn number 2. Now he goes into turn number 1 and 2 a little bit too hot. So he's going to throw 2 laps in a row.
Yeah, that's costly now. Now you're out of your rhythm. And
yes. Yep, and you're exactly right. When you get in that rhythm, you want to go fast, you have to hit your marks lap after lap. Well, he let off, coasted down the back straight a little bit, and then he went in too hot in turn 1 and 2. So his rhythm is all screwed up. Talking about the 47 of Michael Hill. Actually, doesn't look like any of the times are updating here on my screen, so not sure if they're working on it next door.
Yeah, the
lap
lap counter's not working either.
Right. Yeah, they are working on it right next door. We're right next door to race control up here in the announcer's booth. We're actually in the booth this time.
We are.
Well, thanks to Raymond Rizzo for letting us use his findingthefinish.com booth.
And to Zach Prescott for getting us a booth.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. White flag is out. Checkered flag will be coming out this time. By now, the times are being updated right here as we speak.
We are literally on the roof of the Black Hills Speedway here.
Well, yeah. Checkered flag is out for the 34 Cameron Smith. He's up there 7th quick. His fastest lap was a 2:4.014. That was in this session, actually. Michael Hill will be up there in the 6th spot.
Wasn't quite as sketchy as getting to the booth at the Red Mile earlier this year.
That was a wild one.
But you definitely want to make sure you're stepping on the wood platforms on your way to the booth here.
You don't want to follow through.
No.
VIPs
yes,
are right.
You did. You had me at tacos. 100% agree.
Man, Mission Food was good today. What'd you have today?
I had it was like a burrito, like small burrito you can make, or soft taco.
I actually made nachos out of that. I put my Mission chips down first, then put the chicken on top, and then the cheese on top of that.
I went with the soft tortilla shell.
Okay. All right. Mission Foods, big, huge sponsor right here at American Flat Track. Look at Jeremy's watching the big screen down there, wants to see what's going on. He's got a new haircut. Did you see that? He's trying to look like Ricky Rackman, I think. He said it gained him 3 horsepower.
Going arrow.
That's what he said. Singles rolling onto the racetrack out here. AFT Singles final round of qualifying. Parts Unlimited AFT Singles sponsored by Kicker Performance Audio. 12 is Cody Kopp, 13 Morgan Mishler, 79 Dalton Gauthier, 18 Maxwell, 21 Trevor Bruner, 48 Tritlow, 106 Chase Sadoff, 19 is James Ott, who's looking pretty good earlier today. Ott currently in the 6th position with a 2:3.983. Trent Lowe still is our quick time right now. The Lawrenceburg, Indiana area. Also his little brother is the Jet, Jared Lowe. And they got another up-and-comer from around that neck of the woods, that Clark Morian. He won the Nikki Hayden Horizon Award at the AMA Flat Track Grand Championships not too long ago, a couple weeks ago in Du Quoin, Illinois. So
well, that's the award to win.
Yeah, it definitely is. Everybody shoots for that. Dallas Daniels won that in road racing and in flat track the same year. That's the only time it's ever been done.
Just remarkable. So much potential there.
That award's given out to the next up-and-comer that they think will do a fantastic job moving into the pro ranks. So look at this. Chase Sadoff goes to the top spot. It did on that screen anyway. Here in this second round, Sadoff goes to the fast time, and now that disappears. So maybe that's not true. I got excited for that.
He's a guy that could put it all together tonight.
Absolutely.
He's been so close each and every week, and this is the kind of track I think that would suit him that way.
Yeah, Dalton Gauthier, they were all at Rice's Rapid Motorsports yesterday. Yeah. The Factory Honda team was there. And I asked Morgan, I said, who's going to win? He said, I am. I asked Dalton Gauthier, his teammate, who's going to win? He said, I am. And Chase Sadoff, he goes, I just work here. So he's kind of downplayed it, but honestly, he actually feels really good about this racetrack.
Well, as a young kid on the team like that, you don't want to be
too cocky,
too arrogant about it, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, he's confident.
I told him if he wins tonight, he found a bicycle there over at Rice's Rapid Motorsports. I said, if you win tonight, you should go back and buy it. He said, I might do that. If you win your first race, you got to celebrate big.
Yeah.
Why not buy a bicycle? Something. I mean, I'm trying to give him some incentive.
No, I get it. I'm just thinking your level of big and...
Well, it's an expensive bike. It's a $5,300 bicycle.
$5,300 mountain bike?
Well, yeah, and it's got the battery power.
Oh, electric? And look at that. Well, he's right in the thick of it because it's all red at the top, isn't it?
Especially in the second round. It's Dalton Gauthier, Chase Sadoff, Morgan Mishler, the 3 teammates. They have found something. 2.3.795, 2.3.90, and 2.3.924.
Well, they're all right there, Tim.
And look who's fourth and fifth. The 2 big orange teams right there. The Maxwell, Cody Kopp are 4th and 5th here in the second round. But Trent Lowe's time from the first round is holding up a 2.3.775.
Gautier's feeling it.
Look at that one-handed wheelie, no problem down the back straightaway.
Yeah.
It's bike week, so you have to show up. So, So I do have a funny story. So there's the short track over there in Sturgis. Yeah. Every year, a streaker would go by on the back wheel on a big, I think it's a Water Buffalo or a triple CC.
Same guy?
Same guy every year. On the back wheel, on the interstate, fully. Commando.
Huh.
Yeah.
I could go without seeing that.
Brad said he wasn't there this year, so it's not going to happen.
No tree was there.
They're racing the short track actually Monday and Tuesday night next week. Here comes group number 2, 26, Aiden Rusev's 24, Hunter Bauer, 113, Gage Smith, 80's Brandon Kitchen, that's BK, the broiler. 82 is Travis Patton, 37 is Ferran Cardew, 63 the Jet, Jared Lowe, and the 55, Tyler Raggio.
I do like that one. The broiler.
Yeah,
BK.
Yeah. Yo, Burger King.
Right. Oh, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
We were throwing them all out there last year. So, yeah, Mama Raggio doesn't really like the big ragu. He's more of the rototiller.
The rototiller?
I thought that was, plowing the dirt. So
yeah.
I don't want to be known for that.
No.
I don't know. We'll keep working on that.
I still like the big rigatoni.
Rigatoni. There's Travis Pettin, the 4th right there, the 82 bike. The California rider. His dad actually did not race flat track, but his grandfather did. Second and final round of qualifying. Parts Limited AFT Singles sponsored by Kicker. Keeping on the 82 right now. Travis Pett in the 4th. Bruce Evans goes up to the 12th position, 24.143. That's his fastest lap of the day. Bruce Evans from Southern Illinois rides for Southern Illinois Motorsports. Group number 2 of your singles, there are 24 total riders. Only 16 will make the main, possibly 17 if one rider who has not yet made the main uses a provisional to get into the main event. Every rider in American Flat Track uses that provisional if they raced with us last year. And if they haven't used it yet before they get to this round, they can use it here. They get one per season.
Well, you know, you talk about the fact that they're going to go short track racing later in the week, right?
Yep.
Well, that's what this is all about. And a lot of people kind of forget that, I think, that it's the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally and Races.
Correct.
And that's what it all started as. And that tradition has continued, all courtesy of Pappy Hoyle.
Pappy Hoyle used to sponsor my grandfather.
Did he really?
Yes, my grandfather rode a road racer at Daytona for J.C. Pappy Hoyle.
That's amazing. And his wife, Pearl?
Pearl, yeah. We stayed at Pearl's backyard several years
did you really? The original campground?
Yeah, no,
the original Sturgis campground, if you will.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So the rally started in 1936. Graham and Pa, who are here with us today, this is their 65th Sturgis rally.
I heard that earlier. That is absolutely incredible.
My dad says it's my 40th. I think I missed more years than that because I'm only 41.
Don't you wish? You can try as hard as you want, brother, but
okay.
I don't think anybody's buying it.
All right, so I'm 50, but I missed a couple of years when I was married. I probably missed a few others, but my dad thinks this is my 40th, but Sturgis Rally.
You get anyone near 40, whether it's 40 spot on or close to it, that's pretty impressive.
It's a lot. I love coming out here. The scenery is beautiful. The riding is beautiful.
I was sitting there thinking, we heard Kenny talking about why he loved coming here to the racetrack and all that. And I think certain venues become your favorites. Yeah, the track is good and the racing might be good, but it's the whole experience, right? And the whole experience, and the reason why this event here at Black Hills Speedway is so good is because it's part of Sturgis and everything that comes with it.
Right, and there's a half mile in Sturgis. It is a very nice half mile. There's no lights there. They have raced there before at night. Ed Beckley and my dad actually helped put on a race out there. They brought in a bunch of lights, but then there's not enough seating for the fans. So
this is a great venue here.
Absolutely, and yeah, it's a little bit off the beaten path of 90, but it's right by the airport. People that know about it know about it.
You're only 30 minutes from Main Street in Sturgis.
Right, exactly.
Which literally is not that much different than the difference between Main Street and Daytona and the Volusia half mile.
Yeah,
that's about 30 minutes too.
Exactly. So it's one and the same.
Right.
Find a good track, good seating, and good dirt. Put on
a good show. The fans will come.
So the third and final group of your AFT singles class. This will wrap up their qualifying. Last group, 94 is Ryan Wells, 49 Chad Coast, 91 Justin Jones, 119 Logan McGrain, 175 is Terrence Santero, 132 is Pierce, 120 Jacob Cassio.
And this was all about Pappy trying to find a way to give the veterans who come home from World War II something to do, right?
Yes,
give them a place to go and an outlet, and motorcycling was it. And that happened in so many different ways, right? And encouraging them to come to South Dakota and come riding and maybe go racing a little bit was what his idea was.
And back then, a lot of the people would ride their bikes out here, race them, and have to ride them
100%. That's how all forms of racing work.
Exactly.
Didn't matter what you were racing.
Just
that's
like the car racing you came from. Yeah, exactly.
That's what they were doing.
Yep.
But think of the effort it would have taken somebody in 1930 to go all the way on a motorcycle from, say, Southern California
to get here,
right, to go racing, and the effort it would take then to get home.
Well, and you have to pack all your stuff on that motorcycle to live off of for a week or whatever.
Right, and so think of the reliability of that 1930s Harley or Indian or whatever you were on.
You had to be a mechanic.
You had to be able to work on your own bike and keep going, right?
I'm glad we live in the times we live in, Ralph.
Oh, yeah.
I would just be lost.
I mean, our buddy Ricky Rackman rode his bike here. He's putting 10,000 miles in and on Ricky's ride, raising all kinds of money for the Victory Junction Gang Camp, which is one of my favorite charities out there.
And what I like about that, too, is he switches charities every year. He doesn't give to the same
He
charity.
picked a great one this time.
I love
it truly
too.
is.
Yep.
He's raised $22,000+ already. Already.
Yep. On his brand new Indian.
Yeah.
And he paid for that.
It's not a give me.
Right. And he's paying for all of his
expenses
all the way there. And he's got his stops planned out from here on out to California.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he goes from there. But
he and his wife Leah are out riding together.
I rode with him from here to Sturgis yesterday. I was honored to ride with.
Oh yeah, part of the ride, part of Ricky's ride.
Exactly.
And you can follow him as he's doing that, and if you'd like to contribute to the charity, that'd be fantastic as well, or at least support him. And it's fun to follow Ricky because he lets his followers know where he's going to be. He and Leah, and they make appearances, and they love hanging out and meeting other motorcyclists.
And ask for suggestions where to go,
where
eat,
to go,
where to
what
stay,
to see,
what to do. Yeah, I love it. You can be a part of that. Ricky's ride, and Ricky, we're glad to have him back on board with us this weekend.
I think tomorrow they're going to Custer's Campground, I think is what he told me.
Yep. There's a look at the grandstands. We're up above. We're off the roof above that, but that's
see where it says Black Hill Speedway. We're in the box right above that.
Super Twins rolling onto the racetrack for their final round of qualifying. The time to beat right now is the Jammer Jared Beast 2:3.548. Quick time from round number 1.
Here's a guy that couldn't wait to go racing again this weekend, right?
Yeah.
After what happened, losing the points lead last week, he is fired up and ready to get it back.
Still has the points lead, but the gap is gone.
The gap is gone.
Right, correct.
But he is ready to.
He looks pretty racy. He's fastest in both rounds of practice, fastest in the first round of qualifying, and I think it's the new haircut.
Tonight's important because Castle Rock is next, and he's good on the TTs, but Breyer's probably better known for his TT ability. And Breyer's going to be chomping at the bit to get to Castle Rock. And then there's, 3 miles coming after that.
Right, Sacramento, 2 Springfield miles.
And then we go to Wisconsin for another half mile.
It's a short track.
Short track. That's right.
They're listed as a short track.
So that's even.
And even.
And then we got Volusia, which Breyer won back in March.
Correct.
So this is important for Jared to have a good night tonight.
And it seems like they've been kind of going in spurts. Like Breyer won 2 in a row, and Meese had won 3, and now they both won 3, not consecutively, either one of them. Look at this, Breyer's fastest in this round, 2:3.415. That's faster than round number 1, so Breyer's stepping it up out here in this final round.
Shot fired across the bow there.
They're listening to you, I guess, because Breyer goes to the top spot, 2:3.
And look who's second here right now in this session,
and
Brandon Robinson.
He's on the screen right now, the Revolver, Brandon Robinson.
The Lima winner.
There you go, 2:3.597. So they're getting faster. The track is probably cooling down.
Yep.
Sun is definitely behind us, so I don't think we'll see the sun anymore. Look how high Breyer was just riding right there.
There's a lot of grip out there, Scotty. There is a lot of grip.
Typically, this racetrack puts rubber down high to low. It changes throughout the night, just like Kenny Coolbet said. And you just have to find that line, and your team has to help you find that setup for that sweet spot.
Yeah.
Did you know he has a hand rear brake?
Breyer?
Yes.
I did not.
There's more feel with your finger. If you think about it, there's more feel with your finger than you have in a motocross style or even a road race style.
Sure.
So he uses his finger brake, and it works better for him than his foot brake.
Hey man, whatever works for you is what you got to do, right?
Exactly. I've never tried it. It makes total sense. I've been talking to Dave Zanotti a couple times, and he said Breyer, he never wanted to try it at first, and then he went out there and tried it, and now he's in love with it. Breyer Bauman taking the checkered flag out here. 23 Jeffrey Carver's back with us on the Harley-Davidson XR 750. So Breyer Bauman will be our quick time. It was the final round of qualifying before we saw that. The 3 bike, 2:3.415. That was the fastest lap of the day so far out of any bike that's been on the racetrack.
You talk about the XR 750. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've thought about this because of the XR. It is quite possibly the greatest racing machine of all time. When you think about how long it's been in competition use, how many races and championships it's won, it is unbelievable. If you think about other vehicles, 2- and 4-wheel that might be comparative, Porsche 911, right?
Right.
Been around quite a bit.
But for 50
Corvette.
years? For 50 years, though?
Corvette.
True.
You know, but you think about the XR750, it is right there as a racing machine. So unbelievable.
Still, the last time it won at a Grand National was 2017. That man right there won on the XR at Texas Motor Speedway, the dirt track, of course. There's Dodge Brothers, Tony Dodge down there. It's the Saddleman Dodge Brothers Racing number 23. As the Royal Enfields come out, this will be the first race of the day. Nope, they're going to give them one lap, it looks like. So I guess they're going to give them one lap. We do have our first race of the day. It's going to be your Royal Enfield Build Train Race semifinal. That is up next. And then we'll have the open paddock area. The open paddock area is from 6 until 6:50. The only way to get into the infield is right there at the start-finish line. So we'll do that right before we go on to break or into break here in just a second. If you're in the infield, you can come to the outside. If you're out here in the grandstands, you can go to the infield, and that is the open to everybody. Again, that's from 6 until 6:50 in just a few moments. So they're lining them up for the semifinals. We have your starting lineup. It looks like this. The 31, Jill DeShane. The 8, Zaria Martins. The 33, J.C. Jones. The 57, Stephanie Peets. Row number 2, 81, McKenna Hyatt. 6, Mallory Lee. 909, Aaron Ferris. 800, Anna Serena. Row number 3, 2, Alex Bumpus McDonald. 46, Kayla Hobart. 27, Neen Cascala. 15, Mia Reese. And row number 4, 327, Gabby Hughes. 7, Mariah Hummer. All the riders will make it to the main event. They're racing for their starting spot in the main. This is our first race of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Royal Enfield Build Train Race program. You said 5 laps, right, Ralph?
Yeah, 8 in the final.
All right, here they go. The ladies build their bikes, maintain their bikes, and train their butts off to come out here and race with them. And here we go. First race of the day. Long light, it finally goes green. 33, J.C. Jones gets the whole shot.
Oh, man, she got a rocket start, Scotty.
I think she knows she has to because the 31's been fastest all day, Jill
And she
DeShane.
was second quickest off the line on that 31, but boy, the 33 was gone. Way to go, J.C. Jones.
And she's been winning a lot of races, and she knew that she had to step up her program in this main event because she was not as fast qualifier as the other 2 ladies right behind her.
There is a huge gap in... Oh, here we come up the inside, the 31. What? Jill DeShane's right there. We're going to go bar to bar through 1 and 2.
There's no rubber down there. She was just trying to make it stick.
Oh, hang on.
JC makes a mistake. Gets a little bit sideways. Here comes the 31.
She's going to get the pass made up the inside by the time they get to 3. And we're going to go bar to bar still through 3 and 4. Almost 3 wide there for a minute. But it won't take them long to get into lap traffic because there is a bit of a gap between experience from the front of the field and the tail of the field.
The top 3 sneaking away. The 31 in control, Jill DeShane. Right there behind her is the 33 of J.C. Jones. And here comes Zaria Martins, the 08. She's from nearby Wisconsin, and she's been riding a lot on her practice bikes, but so has the 33.
And then Stephanie's there in 4th, and Hyatt back in 5th.
Good battle for these top 3 spots. It looks like the 33's kind of, the back end of the bike kind of bouncing up and down a little bit.
Yeah, she's going to make some adjustments before the main, huh?
Yeah. Well, and that's what you learn, too. These ladies are learning every time they get on the motorcycle. I like Zaria. She's using a little bit higher line. It looks a little bit smoother right there.
Yeah, on the 08.
Down the back straightaway. 31.
They're coming to the white flag here next time by.
31 is Jill DeShane. She's actually from Rogers, Minnesota, so she's probably the closest rider from home.
Home track race, right?
Pretty much.
White flag is out and waving.
The last lap, 31's got the lead by about 0.7 seconds. Here comes Zaria Martins going to the high side one more time on the 08.
Let's see if she can make that work. She's got 2 turns yet to go.
Down the back straightaway. Last lap, semi-final for the Royal Enfields. Here they come.
J.C. Jones on the bottom. Holding, defending that line. And I think that's going to be just enough to hold on for second.
Checkered flag is out. The 31, Jill DeShane, taking the win. J.C. Jones is second. Zaria Martins third. Stephanie Peets is fourth. McKenna Hyatt rounds out your top 5. That's going to be a good main event,
And
Ralph.
that was great racing right there.
Yeah, that's just getting the ball rolling for tonight.
Yeah. Every time we've seen these ladies in action, the quality of the racing is getting better and better, Scotty.
And that comes with time, seat time, you know.
Absolutely.
Getting
Putting
their
the
bikes,
laps in.
and getting their bikes dialed in, too. You know,
100%.
It's a whole another ball game. So, and riding on dirt, you know, on a nice racing surface, you know, the blue groove that can get the traction to the ground.
And they've ridden on some pretty different racetracks this year. We're on the very fast, high-banked I-70 earlier.
Which was wet.
Which was wet.
Volusia was wet and a little bit different, rough.
Soaked.
Yeah, they've been having some fun. I think there, Laconia.
Yeah, which was a very rough track.
Weed Sport.
A little
short track. So again,
Port Royal.
They've got. I can't remember. I've slept a time or two since then.
Yeah.
I remember I'm 50.
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, I know.
Almost. So on the schedule, race fans, the open paddock area. Yep, we're on top up there.
The window on the
booth.
left. Wave at him, Scotty.
Hey. We're up on top. So again, the pits are open. If you go down the front straightaway, you can cross the racetrack. Right now is the time to do it. Please be careful with all of the track equipment out there. Again, the open paddock area is going from 5:55 right now, basically, until 6:50. At 6:50, we'll exit the pit area and get ready for opening ceremonies.
And while you're down there, look for our buddy Ricky Rackman, who's down there, getting ready to restart his Ricky's Ride tomorrow. Where'd you tell me you're going, Ricky? Custer's Campground?
Well, I have to be honest, because now that my wife is with me, it's actually called the Ride 22.
Okay.
So it's not Ricky's Ride anymore. She took it away from me, and we put a the on it. But she is riding the 10, which now might be 11,000 miles with me, and it has been amazing. So far, I've ridden from Florida to Maine, from New York, North Carolina to here. I've done 7,400 miles. It's going to be, oh, look, there's some stuff. That was me riding into Nashville, and at the 5,000 mile mark, I bought a brand new Indian Pursuit, and have just been beating the crap out of that thing. That's the route to how I got to where we are right now as of 2 weeks. I visited the birthplace of the Jolly Green Giant.
That's
you might ask yourself, does it get better than that?
That's fantastic.
That's Leah Vendetta that rode with me, and I don't know where that is. That might have been riding out here. Yeah, my wife is on the back of the bike with me the entire time, so she films and does stuff like that. That's right by Tail of the Dragon is a place called the Iron Horse something or other. That was in South Dakota, which, by the way, the last 2 days was 104 degrees. I can take the rain. I can take everything. 104 degrees is simply just, oh, that's me. 104 degrees. I was like, that dude's got funky hair. I was like, oh, it's me. 104 degrees, and some of you that have been riding out here know. But so far, I've ridden 7,000 miles. It's so great to be here and ride next to all of these beautiful trailers coming into Sturgis. But it has just been amazing. We've got about 5,000 miles to go, and we have raised so far over $22,000 for the Victory Junction Camp, which is a camp that helps kids with serious illnesses. And if you see me, say hi, and I'll give you a patch. And we're going to Custer State Park. I want to sort of plug this. August 10th, we'll be in Great Falls, Montana, and they said they would donate to the charity, and I'm going to swim like a mermaid in a mermaid tank in a tiki bar.
Oh, that's fantastic.
My wife is going to be more like a mermaid. I'm kind of going to be more like a walrus.
You're a merman.
I'm a walrus.
Hey, how do folks contribute to the charity and to your ride if they'd like to?
I would love it if they do. Go to the ride22.com. That's the ride22.com. And the good people at Law Tigers have hooked it up that I've got live tracking. So we'll go into a certain place. We're like, oh, we're going to have dinner at this place in Montana. And we'll meet like 4 or 5 or 10 people there. And I honestly love it when we meet people during the ride. And of course, you can also donate to the charity. 100% of the money that you donate goes straight to the charity. It doesn't go to me for expenses or anything like that. And I want to thank all the people that have been donating so far. I love this Indian Pursuit. It's been amazing. It's actually got cool seats on it, which I always thought was stupid until I was riding in 104-degree weather. So if you go to the ride22.com, you can follow the ride. Love to meet everybody. And in about a couple weeks, we're going to go from Washington all the way to Malibu on the coast, which is just going to be incredible. And we've been having so much fun on this ride, and it's so great. I mean, I love the motorcycle community. I've been coming to this track before I was ever working for AFT. The only difference is now I get in free. So
you were the Grand Marshal here, Ricky.
I was the Grand Marshal here in 2018.
Yep.
So in 2018, I was the Grand Marshal, and I got to sit in the stands and watch the race. And I feel very lucky to be working with AFT because this is a sport that I like the fans, I like the riders. for people that don't know, it's really an incredible community in this garage. The riders are fierce competitors, but they also are good friends, and they help each other out. And it's just great. And I also have such a great time being able to work with you, Scotty, and Ralph, and Kristen. You've been so helpful for my stupidity. And it's just, I love working for American Flat Track, and it feels so good to be here during Sturgis Bike Week. So this is just awesome.
Well, we love having you a part of the crew and part of the team, Ricky. And Scotty, I've been to the Victory Junction Gang camp up there in North Carolina that Kyle Petty started in honor of his son, Adam. Who we lost few years ago, and it is remarkable. And what it's all about, Ricky talked about it, it's for kids who have very serious diseases that they're dealing with. You know, they're struggling. Life can be very challenging for all of us, but you think about these poor kids that are going through these treatments and stuff, and Kyle came up with this idea, let's find a place for them to go where they can just be kids for a week and enjoy themselves and get out there and do things that kids get to do on a regular basis that has been taken away from these youngsters. And all the medical things that they need are taken care of and covered, and they get to go for free. It doesn't add an extra burden for the parents. It's fantastic. It's remarkable. It's amazing. Kyle and his family and the King Richard have done an incredible job with it. So what Ricky is doing to help raise money for that is fantastic. I've contributed to it. I hope everybody else can. If you can give, we'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. So we're taking a break in the action right now. It's the open paddock area. We'll go across the racetrack. Whenever they let you go across the racetrack, have fun at the open paddock. When we come back, opening ceremonies at 7. Switch on over to fanschoice.tv.
Announcing the Progressive Triple Crown, a unique multi-race challenge that rewards mastery over 3 oval disciplines. The Progressive American Flat Track Super Twins rider who scores the most points across Laconia Short Track, Black Hills Half Mile, and the Springfield Mile Doubleheader will collect a $25,000 prize. Which rider has what it takes to bring home the cash and the crown?
Let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
We're the Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. We understand the challenges riders face every day. As riders, we want to share the road and be seen by motorists. Remaining visible is critical to our safety and well-being. That's why we work tirelessly to promote motorcycle safety and awareness. We're proud to support our community that includes riders of all stripes. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
There's a feeling understood only by those who twist the throttle. We know it well, and it moves us too. Riding has always been about making connections. It's about connecting with nature, ourselves, and with each other. We connect people to their passion. It's why you've made cycle gear part of your journey for over 45 years. Because motorcycling is more than our livelihood. It's our life.
Saddlemen is proud to support motorcycle riding and racing at all levels. As an American company specializing in motorcycle seats and luggage, it's widely known you can't go fast or far if you're not comfortable. Known as the gel seat expert since 1987, it has been Saddlemen's goal to improve comfort, control, and the overall riding experience for you. Saddlemen seats with gel core technology for the ride you deserve.
Progressive insures over 5 million boats, motorcycles, and RVs throughout America. Get a quote in under 4 minutes at AmericanFlatTrack.com/Progressive to see how much you could save.
The rookies of '79 are former racers and champions of the sport who reunited in 2009 to form the official charity for American Flat Track. 10 years and over $1.7 million raised for our injured racers. Visit rookies79.com to see how you can help.
In the next 24 hours, over 1,000 teens will attempt suicide in our community. The fear and stigma surrounding suicide should not be a barrier to seeking help. Suicide prevention is not a spectator sport. Get informed, get involved, and save a life. For more information, visit racetostopsuicide.com.
Al Lamb's Dallas Honda is proud to sponsor the Al Lamb's Dallas Honda Singles Challenge. It's a winner-take-all, $2,500 dash for cash. Enjoy the fastest and richest 4 laps in AFT singles racing. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda, dallashonda.com.
Dunlop is proud to be the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. What we learn from racing is rolled into our production tires, such as the Dunlop K180, a street-legal version of the aggressive DT3 Flat Track tire. With the K180, street riders can now have the authentic flat track tire experience. No other tire company has won more American motorcycle championships than Dunlop. Race fans, VP Racing Fuels offers a full line of power sports fuels, lubricants, coolants, and appearance products for track and street. From pro racers to weekend warriors, we help riders make more power. Ask your local power sports dealer.
Johnny Lewis, American Flat Track racer, but also I run the Enfield Slide School, having Senna as a product that I use to kind of get the information to somebody quickly. You know, I'm able to communicate with them directly so they can see it right in that moment.
You're picking the throttle too soon. Go faster down the straightaway.
Work with Senna has allowed me to help make people faster, but also safer on the motorcycle.
We're the Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. We understand the challenges riders face every day. As riders, we want to share the road and be seen by motorists. Remaining visible is critical to our safety and well-being. That's why we work tirelessly to promote motorcycle safety and awareness. We're proud to support our community that includes riders of all stripes. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Multiple lines, draft passing, should be really exciting. So here we go, in front of a huge crowd in a key race.
Hey, California race fans! Progressive American Flat Track is back in Sacramento for epic mile racing at the Cal Expo on Saturday, August 20th for the legendary Sacramento Mile. Get your tickets now at AmericanFlatTrack.com.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is time for the Mission Pit Walk. We're here at the Progressive Rapid City Half Mile, and that's sponsored by Saddleman Seats and Saddlebags. It's just Saddleman, but that's what everybody knows, Saddleman Seats and Saddlebags. This guy right here beside me, he started it all. Tom Seymour, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm at the racetrack. Can't be any better. It's a perfect day for racing.
And I heard you retired from Saddleman. How do you retire if you start the company?
Well, it's hard to retire. It's like having your child, you know. Saddleman is my baby. No matter whether your child gets married and moved out, it's still your child. So I'm not part of the management at all, but I sure love the company because I have my DNA in it.
Your DNA's involved in it. And not only that, you're part of this team right behind you, which is the Saddleman Dodge Brothers Harley-Davidson team.
That is correct. We thought it'd be fun to have some XRs come back in Rapid City at the Harley event of Sturgis, and here we are, and we thought bringing an XR out of mothballs that raced 5 years ago would be the perfect thing. These are the bikes basically that Brad Baker won the championship on, and it was Dodge Brothers, and Salomon was helping them then, and we got Jeffrey Carver, who's a very fine racer and a good young man, and we thought it'd be fun. Today will be a success for us, not if we win, which would be a plus, but a success if we just go home and everybody has a good day.
So my random question for all the people in the pits, what is one thing you have to do when you come to Sturgis?
Ride a motorcycle.
That's it. That's Tom Seymour, who started Saddleman Seats and Saddlebags. I want to slide in here. Jeffrey Carver's got his book out. Hey, Jeffrey, we're on the pit walk right now. I know it's early in the day. We're going to show this a little later on in the day. But what is one thing that you do when you come to Sturgis that you have to do every year?
Come race.
So what's it like to be back in American Flat Track?
Oh, it's amazing. It's another day. You know, we've done this plenty of years. So to me, it's just jumping right back into the same place that I've always been. Nothing different.
Awesome. So the last time an XR 751 in American Flat Track was you at the Texas Half Mile. Are you going to do it again tonight?
Gonna try our best. Yeah, I'd like to see how the cards lay, but no matter what, I'm here to win.
Sounds good. You got to win at the Peoria Short Track at the Joe Baggett Memorial last Friday night. How did that feel?
Oh, it was great. Like I tell everybody, just getting my reps in. I think we talked about that. Trying to ride, trying to just get the energy back, figuring it out, making sure I'm not going to be over gripping and stuff like that. And Joe Baggett was a really good friend. Camped with him, stayed with him, past sponsor. So I won the Florida race they had for him and that one, so I knew it.
That's awesome. That's Jeffrey Carver. They call him the Wizard. I call him the Outlaw because he just does his own thing and he beats by his own drum. Hey, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Carver on the 23. That's the Saddleman, Dodge Brothers, Harley-Davidson, XR 750. We'll come over here. This bike was at the Peoria TT with a 25 on it. It's got Rackley Racing on the side. 25 has been in Production Twins the whole season. Ben Lau, are you making the move full-time to Super Twins?
We're making the move, yeah. We're here in Sturgis. We're going to have our first oval race of the year, which I'm hoping is going to be a little more chill, but we're looking forward to it.
What do you think the first time you rode this Indian? What'd you think of it?
It was great, but you know, that's what everyone was telling me all week. The first time I ever rode the motorcycle was at Peoria, so I clicked 3 gears and hit the jump, and then we all know how Peoria was. But it was, I'm looking forward to getting back on a real racetrack here today.
So my random question for everybody, what is one thing you have to do when you come to Sturgis?
Have to do when you come to Sturgis? Yeah. Probably go downtown Sturgis, see all the freak shows and all the bikers.
So you're talking about downtown Main Street in Sturgis?
Downtown, for sure.
That's one thing you have to do, so that's cool. You got high hopes for tonight, or what are you thinking? You like this track, right?
This is a good track. I've had a little success on the 450s here. I just want a nice, smooth day, really. Just want to go out, put a solid finish in, and just move on to Castle Rock.
All right, so the debate's been for several years who has the best hair in the pits. Well, I'm on the other side of the track now, so I'll let you have the best hair in the pits. I'll have the best hair in the grandstands.
That sounds good to me.
All right, that's the Holly Hot Rod, Ben Lau. He's on the 25 Rackley Indian motorcycles, and here we come over to this guy who knows how to go fast here. Second generation flat tracker. Actually, both generations are here. It is the BMC, Bob Lanfear's Beaverton Motorcycle Company XR 750. No, Indian FTR 750. I just saw the XR over there, and I'm still drooling about it. You know how that is. But Davis, you go good here. What's your secret?
Just smooth, consistent, and just keep it rolling.
That guy behind you giving you pointers when you come here?
Yeah, he is.
He went good here.
Yeah, he did.
So, what is one? You've been coming here since you were a kid. I know that because I saw you. You know, being raised around the racetrack. So, what is one thing that you have to do when you come to Sturgis every year?
Man, we kind of ruined the tradition. We didn't go downtown last night. We just kept it simple and went to dinner and then went back and played in the pool.
Well, maybe after you win tonight and you're celebrating, you go celebrate downtown Sturgis.
Yeah, that's the plan. After the races tonight, we'll go down there and see what it's all about again.
All right, sounds good. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thanks, Scotty.
Dash and Davis Fisher, number 67 on the BMC Indians. We'll move on over here. Look at that. There's a fast guy right there. That little guy right there, he was my hero growing up. That's Davey Durrell right there. Smoke and Joe Kopp was another one of my heroes. What are we doing over here? You getting some inside advice? Top secret? Come here, Davey. Come here. You're not telling me what's going on. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to see you.
I grew up as a little kid coming out here. That's what make you feel old, right? Maybe I wasn't such a little kid. This guy was number 58, always rode for Donahue Harley-Davidson, and he flew and you come out here to Sturgis, and you're still fast.
Yeah, still trying to go fast.
But you moved far away. You're in Georgia somewhere?
Now we moved to South Carolina.
Okay, all right. How's it going out there?
I've been liking it. Yeah, I'm not liking not having to plow snow in the wintertime. So.
That's good. So he left Minnesota, went to Colorado for a while. You still got Darrell Racing products?
Yeah. Yep, still doing our same thing, just in a different location. So.
And what are you doing with these guys? I see you got the latest Motors Harley shirt on.
Yeah, this year we've been trying to help them a little bit. You know, it's been tough to get to all the races, so kind of a couple of them that we've been able to get to, just trying to help out. And do
what do you think about working with this guy, Smoking Joe Kopp? I mean, you guys race together quite a bit, and he maybe he says he's younger than you. I don't believe him.
Doesn't look it, does he?
No, not one day. Not one day over something, 50.
Right. Yeah. Nope, it's been good. Yep, it's always good to hang out with all the old friends.
Hey, it's good to see you. That's Davey Darrell right there. You used to be number 58. That's Smoking Joe Kopp. He used to be number 43, then number 1, then number 3, but he's always number 1 in your heart. Right, Joe? Come on. Smoking Joe Kopp. Let's move on down the road. What do we got going on over here? Man, we got a motley crew over here. What are you doing at a motorcycle race? That's Jake Mattia, your mechanic. Your mechanic is sitting on his butt.
And I've already worked him so hard. I think he's done. He said no more changes.
I heard you guys stopped by the Honda shop a little bit too late last night. Sorry I missed you, but we had a good time without you.
Yeah, happy birthday. We tried to make it over. We missed it, so we had to Grom. We took a Badlands tour on the Groms. It was fun.
I don't see a road rash. You guys kept it on 2 wheels?
Just a little bit. I mean, but it wasn't road rash. It was more hill rash. And
okay.
The black bit me.
Jake Mattia had some road rash a couple years ago, if I remember right. Him and Cameron Anderson were drafted, and somebody high-sided, I remember.
Not on the Groms.
Well, I thought that was on the Groms.
No, he was on the Grom, yeah. I crashed on a KTM just trying to ride proper dirt bikes. And
proper dirt bikes. So, you're on the Indian. You love this racetrack. Are you going to get your first win tonight?
That's why I brought Jake. I mean, I asked him if he'd put that helmet on if we win, and he says so.
So he would go on the victory lap with you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So I've been asking everybody, what is one thing you have to do when you come to Sturgis?
I mean, now I got to go to Nemo and ride with the boys in the hills.
Okay. Do you go to Nemo? Do you get breakfast at the fire station? Have you done that?
Usually I just drink coffee until lunch, but it depends. Maybe I'll have a beer if we're not racing that day.
All right, well, hey, good luck to you. Maybe we'll see Jake with a helmet on later.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Bugs Pearson on 27. Jake Mattia used to be number 29. He's a former ice racing champion. That guy over there, that's Chris Bruce. He used to be number 28G. Man, everybody shows up. What are we doing over here? What's Bandicooey? What do you got over there? I thought you guys had a different dog. What is that?
This is Jay's dog, the mechanics.
Oh, Handsome Jay Maloney has a dog too?
Yep, he's got a little dog. They're on the out west swing, so they couldn't leave him home for a month by himself. I don't know why.
All right, so, hey, Jen, what's the dog eating? You're supposed to be watching the dog. What's it eating?
I think it's dirt, but it's not my dog.
Oh, it's okay if it doesn't? Chocolate chip cookie.
You got brownies around here, mission food.
Of course, you got your chips, your tortillas. Hey, I've been asking everybody, what is one thing you have to do when you come to Sturgis?
I guess we've been here a few times. I just now went to Mount Rushmore, so we went there. We did bear country. I go there every year. We check out the bears and stuff like that.
That's what I wanted to hear. What do you do every year? That's it. Go to bear country.
We go to bear country, then have a few beers after the races.
So, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Overcast, so that should be nice for racing today. Keep a lot more moisture in the track, and yeah, keep the riders a lot cooler than Peoria.
There you go. It's number 20. Jared Vandekoy right here on these beautiful Indians. We'll move on over here. These guys are sitting on their Indians already. Slow over here on the right. Ben, what's going on? And Robinson, are you just warming up the seat for us?
I guess, yeah.
He's doing Johnny Goat impersonations right now.
Really? Let me hear one. Let me hear a Johnny Goat impersonation. So, okay, I'll start it. So when I was in Pomona, the last year we went to Pomona, he was over at the drag races. I was checking in the hotel with him. And he goes, have you been on them drag races? I can't say that part. He goes, those guys are wicked fast. I'm like, what did you say? He said, those guys are wicked fast. I'm like, what? He said, wicked fast. Let me hear what you got.
Oh man, Johnny, he tells the story. He's like, boy, you got to get up on that tank. You got to turn that front wheel if you want it. Like, he's awesome.
He is awesome.
Now Ricky, he would get in there and he would turn that front wheel.
Turn that front wheel. He talking about Ricky Graham. Yeah. So how are you feeling today?
Good, man.
All right, so that's the crew chief. What's your role? Are you the guy that starts the bike?
I'm just a cheerleader, you know. I'm just here to support people and make them smile.
But his name's Slow, but he always says you gotta go slow to go fast.
There's no W on the end.
Slow, SLO, right? No W here. I mean, you guys are just having fun.
Yeah, we probably have Probably the most laid-back crew in the pits, hands down. So it's usually a pretty good time here.
So I've been asking everybody, what is one thing you have to do when you come out to Sturgis every year?
One thing I have to do to come on Sturgis, shoot, gotta come to the racetrack, obviously.
All right, that's it. Yeah, I mean, like Vanderkoy said he had to go to Bear Country. He goes to Bear Country every year.
I don't know. His girlfriend got him wrapped up in something. Yeah.
Who gets ice cream?
Vanderkoy.
Well, that's traction. He needs the traction.
He's got traction.
Oh, he's got plenty of traction. All right, so maybe I'll come back to you on that question another time.
Yeah, I'm only here for the race. That's it.
That's it. You don't go to downtown Sturgis and check out.
Been there, done that, man.
So you one and done.
One and done. Yeah.
Well, you guys keep having fun. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but that's Brandon Robinson on the 44 bike, making our way this way over here. What are you just holding? Are you in charge of holding down the tailgate right here?
So I'm in charge just to make sure this thing doesn't move.
So it doesn't blow away.
Nobody takes this truck.
Oh, that's well. You gotta keep the keys in your pocket.
Well, you know, you don't think of everything.
All right, Hank. Well, keep holding down that tailgate. We'll see if we can get anybody else. I think that's about it, man. We had some fun out here at the pit walk. It is the Progressive Black Hills Half Mile, and that's sponsored by Saddleman Seats and Saddlebags. I'm Scotty Dubler.
Announcing the Progressive Triple Crown, a unique multi-race challenge that rewards mastery over 3 oval disciplines. The Progressive American Flat Track Super Twins rider who scores the most points across Laconia Short Track, Black Hills Half Mile, and the Springfield Mile Doubleheader will collect a $25,000 prize. Which rider has what it takes to bring home the cash and the crown?
Riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Imagine.
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian. Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
There's a feeling understood only by those who twist the throttle. We know it well, and it moves us too. Riding has always been about making connections. It's about connecting with nature, ourselves, and with each other. We connect people to their passion. It's why you've made cycle gear part of your journey for over 45 years. Because motorcycling is more than our livelihood. It's our life.